Nice Palmer, Captain Bud. Literally, the chat told me to do so. I mean, when fucking Haaland doesn't score tomorrow, you'll be saying the same fucking thing. The thing is, he plays Burnley in the second game, doesn't he? And I've got triple Brighton defense. You know what? The rest of the double game week actually hasn't gone that badly for me. Like, okay, Verbruggen got 2, not ideal, but okay. But Van Hecke got 6. Hill got 4. Kadioglu only got 1. João Pedro didn't play. That's not great, to be fair. But everyone's kind of been trolled by that. But I guess the bench boosters have been trolled more by that. Yeah, Palmer and Enzo doing nothing. I completely forgot that Chelsea had not scored in like 5 games. I forgot about that. But Darlow got a clean sheet. Strout got a clean sheet. Tavernier scored. So I'm on 45 as it stands right now. It's still obviously a lot of games to be played. I should just captain Semenyo. I don't know why. Why did I listen to chat? Just going with my boy Semenyo. Palmer never does anything unless he's taking a pen. Well, I was hoping that he would take a pen. I'm a C9 fan. What should I do for the next 3 months? Hold on. Yeah, don't know. Rethink your fandom. Pick another team in another region, maybe. No, I'm only gonna watch one game today. I mean, the second game again is. What is the second game? It's not very good. It's MIBR loud, so. Again, look, you guys said that, the thingy game was good, the EG game. Fair enough. But I think MIBR will win. I mean, Fury have won. MIBR will probably win. Because the thing that's happening with my neck now, I cannot tell if it's the way I'm sitting, at the screen, or if it's just my neck hurts, and now I'm just no. EFL out of stock. I think it's per day, is it? Tottenham gone. Oh, that goal was a killer, wasn't it? It was again a Van Hecker assist, so I'm happy, but. Yeah, I think Tottenham might be gone. EDG's new bind comp. What did they do this time? I mean, that's not that strange. That's much more normal than their old one. Jenny dropping a big 5 and 16. You'll love to see it. I guess I'm still playing with the old Waylay. Now this game I think is good enough to go without the Huz. I'm quite interested to see if G2 stick with the Harbor. But yeah, this should be a banger game. But I am very tired. It gets to the Sunday morning. The Sunday morning is rough, man. Sunday morning. To get up and have to work. After the way it goes for me is energy levels. We get to Wednesday and I'm feeling great. Thursday, great. Start of Friday, still fine. Middle of Friday, still fine. We get to Americas on Friday. Maybe the energy levels start dipping a little bit. Maybe once you get to Americas, yeah, I'm starting to get a little tired. I'm starting to feel it a bit. You know what I mean? But then it's okay. Get up on the Saturday morning, pretty tired, pretty tired. Then it kind of builds up again. Then as the day wears on, pretty tired. Then you get to Sunday morning. And then Sunday night. We start here and we end here.
9,637, Pipo, Pratman, Udodan plus Alim plus Tex plus Trent.
I'll take a look. Loud is not smoking that MIBR pack. Or if they are, then... If they are, then okay, we've got a story. But... I highly doubt it. I have Jorg Trent pray for my VFL. Yeah, that could be tough. Right, so yeah, if this is just 2 maps, I will watch 2 maps. Who am I rooting for? I honestly could not care. Don't hate either of these teams. Lev looked good, I thought. G2. You know, I've kind of liked. I'm interested to see if they stick with Harbor. Like, are they playing Harbor this map? They are. Okay, they're sticking with Harbor. Vice. This is Breeze, right? Vice on Breeze is a choice. Scorebread for Arsenal City. 1-0. 1-0 City. 1-0 City. Assist Cherky. Scored by Semenyo. The thing is with the Palmer captain, I mean, I was going to go Semenyo, but the reason I went Palmer was just like, I need something different. You never know. Like, Man U, Chelsea, can Man U defend? I don't think so. But it turns out Chelsea can't attack. But Chelsea had enough chances. I mean, I watched the game. Or, like, I had it on a second screen, like... Is No Viper Breeze not just trolling? Clearly they think they've found something with the Harbor. No Viper Breeze trolling.
Hello, I like
You know what's weird? I actually don't think it is. Prior to Riveg, thanks for the $2. Who's winning Harem Ball? You mean the Pacific game that they played? I don't think Arsenal can Harem Ball their way through it. I'm being honest. Then again, if Arsenal just draw that game, they win the league. Captain DCL, nice. Last minute goal saved you. I don't have to think twice against going against Manchester United.
Samsung
I might need to think twice about going against Bruno Fernandes.
Underway. And for me, I just want to keep our eyes on what exactly Neon is going to be able to do in the server. Was an absolute beast.
Right, so we got the
and this time he's going to be able
Sato Neon this time, so they have changed.
Yeah, I love how much agency plan.
But yeah, let me expand on the Viper. On the Viper Breeze point is actually quite an interesting one because I actually don't think Viper is that necessary on this map. The reason that I say that is, if you're just, and this is what most teams will do, right? Most teams will just do this wall. This wall isn't like a lurk pressure wall. This is just a normal smoke across the site, right? You can do this with Harbor.
But has some support.
You know, perfectly fine. And then if you think about defensive Viper setups, I would, like the fact that there is no... Fair enough, Baby Bay. The fact that there is... The fact that there is no, you know, standard defensive Viper wall tells you that none of the defensive Viper walls are that great. Because if they were, then there would be a standard one.
Now might have enough coverage to go for it. Spike waiting too as G2 take their time. A dart to reveal.
Harbor's defense is terrible compared to Viper's B-Store. Hope G2 get destroyed.
From the spike as King gets in front of it, only to be
But if they're playing Vice, does it matter?
G2 making this one look all too easy to start things off.
Put Vice there?
The best way to sum up G2's composition since they've started playing this double smokes with the Harbor, playing the Vice every map, it is suffocating.
I didn't do too good on VFL this week. Can you fix it?
Ridiculous from Baby Bay.
I mean, I can't fix it for you, no. That's on you.
turning his own flash, getting that pick. See him rubbing his hands together.
He knows what he just did.
Playing Vice on
In a lot of
Pearl
ways,
is a
he
decision.
felt
Good
like
thing we're not
the
on Pearl then,
missing
isn't it?
piece of that run to 4th place in Bangkok. He wasn't horrible by any means, but he performed below his level he showed in Americas. And looking at this team to win another Americas title, to go to London, I think he was the key players to turn it around, to find his key performance again. And even in that loss, like you mentioned, he was good there, and it's good to see him starting hot here as well.
I think you might have gotten the wrong city on that one, Mimi.
Can you
What did I
stream
say?
later?
Castro
I'm
back
busy
when they were
working out
Bangkok.
TMV.
He said Bangkok. It's all good. He's doing good work at this time around, though. Another 2 quick kills.
Bangkok is
for
the
G2.
Santiago of Thailand. A lot of people are saying this.
Yeah, in some ways.
Can
I
you stream
suppose.
later? No, definitely not. Well, I mean by later, if you mean the morning for me, then yeah.
Getting a whole lot of
G2
those to start
clean
off
this up
match.
fairly cleanly.
Neon's gonna try to just dodge on away from things, but this round is cooked.
Yeah, we've seen 2 rounds where Lev has tried to just go for hard sight. It doesn't matter too much this one with the lesser buy. But I think the sauce in this game is going to come from focusing a little more on mid control. You look at G2's comp, and they have so
Whoosh.
much global stall utility. We've been in a meta where there's not a lot of hard stall, where everyone's playing double duelists, where you can hit sites to your heart's content. But think about this composition. You have cross-map Thorns lineups that can be stalling on either side. You have global Astra utility that can be a smoke, that
Can
can
you
be a
cut the
pull.
stream now
if you
and
end
do
up
it later?
misfortunate
Alphas and
enough to go to
Cloud9 is
harbor
busy
site,
RN.
That's even more that is suffocating you out. So
You know what? When you put it like that,
it was the
actually,
speed
you make a
and the
great
pace
point.
that won them their last match. I think they have to find a bit more balance and work into
Okay,
mid to
let's
find
see what
success
Lev
in
have
this
got.
one.
Yeah, so far they've seen Baby Bay on different
White Wall
sides with
deep
that
on A.
Vice. This time,
You know, I think the A
up
defense
mid.
has been a problem
As
for quite a
previously
few
mentioned,
teams.
Giacomo pinged out every
So
single
this
time
might be an
by Soda
interesting.
Dart. It seems like G2
I
might
kind of
have
want to
some
see how
ideas
this
here to
does. I
fight
mean, against
back
solo
in. Eyes
Neon,
are on Valen, still hanging out up in Nest in
you know,
case
it
that
doesn't,
drone
seem
were
too
to
bad.
tag
Like
a
you
player,
separate
can
the
point
Neon
this
there,
out.
thorns them.
Comp from G2 is very good at giving space
alright.
and then refighting with the harbor utility.
Shots exchanged here around double doors. It's a good look from Lev to challenge into mid because all
Play
that
the villager
noise
noises?
utility is just battering down out of A main.
So step 1 is good. They've
Who
gotten
is
mid
Neon?
control, but I'm
Why
looking to see
Neon
that
not
next
playing
step now,
Neon?
which is
Is
finding the
Sato
vice side
Neon?
and either
Should
baiting out that
Sato
wall and
change his
re-hitting
name to
or
Neon
avoiding
and Neon
entirely.
to Sato?
Maybe
Am I
Spike
real?
even
Is
getting a little
Valorant
bit
real?
freaky.
Is TMV
Stepping
real?
by tunnel while the rest of the team
I
makes
might
their
not
ways
be real.
outside double doors. Baby Bay has support of Trent over on yellow. But Leviathan are really just trying to
Okay,
sell
the
this
double
one for the time
thorns,
being as Spike
the
moves
delay.
in. Closing down through the smoke and
Also
Neon
kinda
was
crazy
waiting
smoke
for it. It doesn't
timing.
matter. Quick on the flick. Spike will find that kill as Leviathan continue to move into the A site. Really playing both fronts right now, and it's working to perfection. No one looking at Sato.
Okay, and they've also seen this wall. This wall could have been a big danger, but now that you've seen that it's there, because again, I'm sure that they probably haven't played against a ton of Vices on this
Line
map.
coming in now as well. Should be
You
the
probably
check
won't
main.
know the
Yeah, it won't be
setups.
easy. Now Valen out of the equation and just a sheriff in Leaf's hands.
Very
So
nice round by left.
Leviathan have a flawless round after some
Flawless.
creative
I mean, they
play
got
from mid.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
really
a
shocked
little
that Spike gets that kill.
fortunate that they got that
He
kill on
works
B.
towards the B side of the map. Wasn't even having the correct
Going
mindset,
through that
which is
smoke,
just
kind of,
this nasty
You know, just dry swinging. Like, there's a
and
world
then
where
opens
he
up the
just
door for
dies
left.
there, and then they give him a
I do think
rifle,
that's the
and
right approach now. You take mid control,
you know, you're in
push
some
and
trouble.
pull a little, try and find that weaker side, and then you finally execute with the force of this comp with the Neon in it.
So G2, after seeing
You
that
look like what
deliberate
would
play
happen if
through
a man
mid,
and a woman
instantly
had a
say,
baby.
Giacomo, pick up that operator.
Thank you
What
for
can
that.
give us?
And he will
You know,
be
a lot of
playing
people say
towards
that.
middle.
A little aggro play.
Push.
Is that a pullback? It is, and they're out in the open.
Leaf.
Leaf good for
Oh,
two,
well,
but
I was gonna say
taken
Leaf wins it,
down
but
on the retreat.
not so much
And
now.
those are two of the best players to kill here. No Aster util, no Vice util. Hitting a site just became so much
And the
easier.
Vice util
Control
gone.
just completely
What a
gone for
strange
BG, so
sound.
They step right back in. And blows is down.
That's the spike. I mean, that should be the round, honestly.
Neon steps away from the dart. And right back in, he's gone as well.
Nicely
His
done.
choice to go back into the fight once again pays off big time for G2.
King was playing back containing. And now has to play a 1v3 where he's trapped. Off watching him from spawn.
Okay.
That's an easy cleanup for G2.
That was a tough position to play from as
Yeah.
well. You had
gonna
highlighted how
stand
they
up.
lost that stall utility on B. That's also their information utility as well. So they have to go for this sort of 50-50 idea, and it works beautifully.
And it kind of becomes this trade-off. When you're playing a comp like this that has such good stall, you know your opponents will expect that and try and exploit your
Somewhat in
weaknesses.
darkness, but you'll have to deal with it.
So you're almost forced to go back in and find those refights.
I'm gonna be pissed if the game turns
Really
out to be
nice
awful.
timing from G2,
This
and I think
should be a
Lev
good
won that one
game.
back with some of the solo swings.
They got a full buy because of the
Now, that
flawless
last
they had
kill did
earlier.
reveal there is an
Now
offense
fast
play.
A split. I mean, nice Omen flash.
Here comes Sato, an ultimate into
Oh,
backside
just didn't
two.
know he's running into
Duelist
two.
down. The Omen ult canceled out. Everyone on Leviathan is trying to retreat.
I mean,
with
you've lost the
TPs.
neon now though. Like the
Seems
pace
like
is
they've taken
gone.
so much space, and somehow it is King out in front of the rest of the pack. Finds himself wedged there on side as Neon is good for that one.
I don't think they know he's here.
Just yet. Hunter's Fury now trying to push Trent
had
into
no
the
idea.
crosshair. That combination is pristine.
Oh,
Now for
spike,
Leviathan.
buddy.
Not over yet as Baby gets a kill down into mid, but that site belongs to Lev.
Tough to work back in as well, with Neon still having that op in hand. Leaf is going to attempt to flank, but Lev should be wary of this soon.
Interesting too that Baby chooses to leave mid as well. Go back towards
Monty GDH, thanks for the 4 months.
Now they
People are
turn my
taking their
toss
time.
to finish their heated rivalry arc. I
Approaching
think
on
it's
separate
time for me
angles
to
now.
say goodbye to Valorant frown.
Who's
Oh,
gonna
that's
take that
tough.
first shot?
That's a sub I've lost.
Baby shows his presence.
Think of all the
backside,
heroes
tries
we've
to
lost
turn
along
ahead
the way.
and open up the opportunity for Leaf.
Just gonna play for exits.
Can't wait too much
God,
longer.
this team
There
is
goes
boring.
Leaf, and
Honestly,
he is
I get
out.
the hating now.
Leviathan still with
I
3
totally
alive.
understand it.
Should be easy enough for them to fall on out of the
But
side.
I think I hate
Play
playing for
time,
exits
and
more than I
Baby
do
can't get the
saving.
shot on the retreat. That was some nice tempo adjustments after the
At least
the
saving,
initial
I could
play
just
there
look
from
away.
Lev.
Yeah, it was interesting though, because the first play did not go their way at all. We saw that really fast dive into the site from Sato, get almost immediately
Snack for this
punished
evening is a
after there was
dairy
harbor
milk
utility that slowed
caramel.
everyone else down, meant that no one could actually scale with him. But this was the critical piece of the round. King slipping through in the chaos of those smokes, getting into a position G2 didn't really expect, and converting it with that 2K. He's been such an impressive player for
Objectively, the worst dairy milk.
almost always gets a
No.
little overshadowed by someone else on his team, be it
What's that
Oshbox
nut
or
one
be
they
it
have?
these youngsters like
Dairy
Sato or
milk
Neon.
caramel buff.
What's that
Madison
nut one
is
that they
of the
have?
most consistent players in Americas.
Yeah, I feel like when you talk about who are some of the
They're
best
cool.
shooting smokes players in Americas, at least last year, my eyes would have been on probably you're talking about King, you're talking about Valen on the
Yeah.
other side of things, always putting up the big numbers.
So interesting to see Valen playing that Harbor every map now, too. You lose some of your agency to make plays. You have to spend a lot of time working that utility.
Yes, dairy milk is Cadbury.
interesting
No, they
reason.
made that. Well, I'm not sure if they do still make it, but they certainly did make for a time. There was like
With the
a,
wall to stall things out.
dairy milk
That's why we've got the vibes over
something
here on
and
the
nuts,
side.
and it was fucking disgusting.
King
So
might
Lemon thanks
talk
for the 7
about-
months.
Might find a player walking down mid too.
And Wesker, thanks for the sub.
Baby wanted to
Don't know if it's a
get chance
prime.
for his teammates in mid to fight a pick.
Not gonna check.
Needed from
Could be a
that,
tier
but
1, could be a prime.
doesn't work out. Leaf
Either
falls,
way,
and now Lev
you're
look to regroup and
appreciated,
hit
but
back into
more
B.
so if you are a tier
Good
1.
news for G2, I suppose, is that the one rifle that was carried out from the last round is hanging out on this side.
Whoa, baby
Where did that
boy!
come from? 2 shots, 2 kills.
On an eco.
Now Trent switches over to
One
the drone.
rifle.
Leviathan
But he
still
saved.
advancing into the site. They know they have the weaponry.
Shocked that.
Getting touched up by some utility,
Getting what?
and the flank has come in as well. We're down to like less
Got a
than
Bucky
30
here?
seconds on
Not
the clock.
ideal.
Leviathan, not comfortable
Not
by any
ideal.
stretch of the
I mean,
imagination.
surely Valen gets a
Baby
kill.
Still lodged into
There you go.
backside, and Valen gets that kill. That's the spike out into the open.
Time.
Down to 15 seconds. Leviathan have to go now. Can't waste even a moment. And it'll start to fall apart. King searching for the spike, has nowhere to really try and play
Oh, he's
this.
gonna get this down.
Tucks around the other side of this box and gets it down somehow.
There's no
First kill
way.
goes his way. King still in this. And
Oh.
Valen will take him out with the Sheriff. Down to the wire.
Nice try.
G2
Nice
takes the
try.
round.
Well, that's a big
Huge
eco.
thrifty round for G2 to
That's
win.
why you save one rifle.
And so much of it comes down to Baby Bay. That 2K, with
Oh,
the
yeah.
one hero weapon they had, was absolutely pivotal. And I doubted the play a little to invest this Vice ult so early. But the time it stalled was massive. Knowing that players had walked into A main, had walked into mid, Lev had no choice but to recommit into the stacked site with the rifle.
Better to pop a Vice ult too early than too late.
And look at that smile.
Baby feeling good there. Valen as well. Both of them riding on 7 kills.
Right now,
Stepping into
a
the 7th
little,
round.
not thrifty, but money down there for
Still a little
Lev.
might kick off Lev. losing that round.
Can you use chamber ult?
You want to play? Let's
Too early to
play.
get too worried.
Util setup, trying something new after that elbow fight a few rounds ago. Now that smoke blocks away Jaw's operator. Love to see Jaw always switch over to that shorty in the secondary.
Yep.
Oh no.
Just on the other side.
Oh no. Not too much longer on this smoke left. And now Sato's been revealed. Jogamo back to the line, spots his mark and takes it out too.
And I love this look. Condition that you're giving mid control, show nothing early. They find that
Right on
refight.
the other side.
He's going.
Bubble.
Oh, Valen, what?
Turns on a dime, takes out Valen.
This is a nice little
Now
place for the
that
chamber
shot
setup.
back in
Really
a
does allow the
9-4.
chamber to fully like
Seconds.
explore this. Like by
So
putting a
Util is
TP
still
here,
up on both sides
it's
of
very
the map.
safe, but yeah, you still get to
Spread
really
Leviathan on
like
as well.
explore
Everyone's
very
on an
deep
island.
Same for G2. It's a game of individuals right now.
and clear like quite an important space of the map. That's kind of a cool idea with the chamber, I think. Like an attacking idea with the chamber to just like
That's
send him in
interesting.
here, put a trip in here, just
Looking to
clear this
stall out. You
corner
can
and then
hear
just
everything on the
fucking keep
right-hand
going.
side of this wall. No Spike is going to be there.
Oh, they don't know.
Oh dear. The
Oh,
clear,
they do
there
know.
he goes. Spike knew exactly what was up. Not to be fooled. Trent almost taken down through the smoke as well. Lev navigate down to low time again, but this time it pays off beautifully.
Mike is down,
Spike is
though.
actually killed by the shock dart. That creates some chaos.
2v2.
And
A
down
tough
into
spot
mid.
for Baby Bay to be in.
There's no way you're ready for Spike on this corner. Baby
it's tough.
Bay was ready for the clear. Trent might have spotted him. Now Trent pinched a little bit between two. Holds for a moment.
No, Sato, no, buddy.
What else have you?
Trent
in the
might now
tank,
start
Trent?
thinking that he didn't leave.
He waits.
Did he hear him run?
He waits.
Okay, now he knows.
This time he's looking for the half. Holds his nerve. Barely flinching back on and off again. Trent
Do
is unleashed.
Cloud9 have a disease where they give you bad aim after playing them?
disgusting out of
What's going on?
Breaks up the crossfire. 2 clean kills for his Red Bull clutch.
That was pretty.
And I thought the pivotal moment of that round was going to be the tuck in the Astro Wall. That double take to go back in and clear from Spike.
Hello.
How are you today?
And goodbye.
But wow, did he play this well? Was a little overcommitted on that jiggle
I mean,
from
Sato
Sato.
as well. Pull from
Crazy
both.
that he gets back on here and then still pulls off. Spike just couldn't connect that first
Yeah.
bullet.
Hurts for Spike.
That's why you were saying to Sato as well, like, bro, you're on a
And after
neon. You
passive
should not be
mid-hole,
dying there.
G2 go aggressive.
Whoa,
Sato
whoa,
to
whoa,
Sato. Hello.
He's out of there somehow. When he's back in, Sato playing on a knife's edge. At the same time, there's an Omen that's teleported backside. This is a fake hit towards A. Well, the rest of
Faking A,
Leviathan
going
have
B.
navigated on to B. This round, just 20 seconds in, completely
Leaf is
blown
in
up
main.
with a shotgun.
Saw
no
him, I
less.
think. I think
He
they
might
saw
have
him.
wished he still had the judge in hand. Let's take a breather because G2 needs some time to reset here, you'd have to imagine.
The map state is just
This round
insane.
should be over.
Sato is still
Just
bottom
gonna
mid.
save.
Yeah, my lurking neon. And he sees the barrel.
Okay, they're just gonna save. I need to fill up my water. This
Get away
feels
with
like a
that
good
one.
time.
I have really liked both of these pace change rounds from Lev. We saw it earlier in the half after that really slow round that they nearly lost on time. End up just popping a hit, win that
Yeah.
one here as well.
It
Looks
seems
great.
like the slow rounds are making me a little bit nervous for Lev.
Sure.
Granted, they've also lost them, so it just looks worse on paper, but it always feels like they're getting down to the wire and a spike planter is like going down by spam, by a piece of utility, something like this. Whereas the fast rounds, Sato is a little more unleashed.
Yeah, the key to note though is that they aren't just bashing their head into sights like they were in those very first few rounds that they
Yeah.
were losing. Instead, it's almost always fast looks into mid, where the Neon is trying to commit either towards A-Link or go up towards B and look for a pick early there before they then reset and make a decision.
Exactly, it's still playing the map, and that is something that's not super easy to do, but I think something that you can exploit when you're playing the attack side of Breeze.
That's such a huge round. Look at the money for G2. Just a couple hero weapons. But they did win the last round, where they only had hero guns.
That time it was Baby Bay. This time, Jaw and Trent. The clutch, and Jaw's good for the first. Now the lurk out of the equation. Leviathan move into the site. Let's listen in and hear Leviathan's comms.
Passou, tem parede ainda? Vai cair agora. Passei. Vou só clicar, vou deixar o King pegar também lá. Não, só precisa você plantar. Calma. Plantei aberto.
Cagada, vai anotar. Pra esquerda.
Tô começando a jogar LEV, guys.
Tomei out.
Liga a parede. Tô na outra também, ele me viu meio.
Aumenta a TV.
Vai comer aqui. Vai encher.
Translate TNV.
They're saying, Neon on me! Guys, you fucking baiting fucks!
Não tá no job. Tô pronto.
Not on.
Apagou? 80 do Sova,
I'm snake buying this the molly. I'm spamming. I'm dead.
80 do Sova.
No time. There was time.
It's interesting.
He lied.
Really quiet from Leviathan.
There's actually multiple lies in there.
Voices other than King kind of dictating that fight. Obviously, I don't know what he was saying, but
Sure. At the end of the day.
Still, that's another hero gun round won by G2. It's that first pick into mid with this operator.
You're only confused on how you reach the notion that there's 5 teams above G2 after losing to MLBR. Well, let's see. Who don't you agree with?
Man, ends up being the 3K for Jaw, right?
Who don't you agree with? You agree with MIBR, surely?
That had guns at the end of the day.
Fioria, I think, is fair.
So now
I don't think NRG is that bad of a take. Really, it's just Lev and Crew who I think are...
Big deficit.
This is that combo play. I think the molly might have been a little bit short.
Lev and Crew, I think. NRG is not a horrible take. You're fucking out of your mind. NRG literally did much better than G2 in the most recent international tournament. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? NRG literally won champs and then did better than G2 at the last tournament. They've played one game since. Why? Like, in what world would NRG not be above G2? You'd have to be fucking smoking something to not think that NRG are above G2.
Now Leviathan keep it a little bit more quiet. Set up for a 3-2 A split. And the stall utility from G2 is all on the wrong side of the map. This is going to be a tough
cannot
site to
beat
hold on
G2 to save their lives.
That's not the question that's asked, though, is it?
These players, that first shot goes wide, and G2 are punished for it. Jogamo still into the mix of things yet, and Valen locked into backside.
Who's a better team?
Inching forward from G2, really challenging, looking for the fight. Neon switches over to the pistol for a kill. Another one.
Look, when fucking G2 lose this game, come back to me. Come back to me when this 0-2 team
That's a save call. How many times this
that
game
fucking saves all the time.
Neon
Come back to me.
the wrong direction, looking like he's guaranteed to lose the fight, and then he just turns it around. That shot had to have been wonderful with the headhunter.
And that headhunter, it pulls out so quickly.
Yep.
Who cares about energy and G2? We know for Targana win champs.
Draw in the west.
That if they played 10 times, who would win more?
That's the first time
Yeah,
we've
I'd take
really
that back
seen
for this
a set hit where G2
specific...
didn't have the util in the right place, right?
For this
They had
specific
majority
matchup,
there.
that doesn't
Replay
count.
over towards B, plus everything with that buys. I think Lev had found the key.
It's
here
literally
with
only Crew and
working
Lev that are
splits
debatable.
from mid
And everyone
A.
fucking... Every time I ask, you know, oh, who's gonna go to London, guys? Everyone fucking spams
Energy
Crew.
said that if the two teams played against each other, who would win more?
Yeah.
Right, let me put it like this. If you had to bet your life on a team winning a random game,
Or even
who
if
would
they
you
shift
bet
his
on?
vice back towards A and
By foot do you
try
At
to
an
mean
international.
Major Gaming are gonna win champs?
Well, something tells me a G2 timeout.
Oh, G2 take a timeout, do they? Not Fnatic. Out of G2 or NRG? Who do you trust more to win a game at an international? I know who I'm taking. I know what I'm betting my life on.
Out of G2 versus Energy at an international, I think Fnatic would win.
Look, NRG have just been better than G2. I don't know what you want me to say. I don't think that's a crazy take. The crazier take is Crew, but again, you won't flame me for that take because you fucking all love Crew for some reason. You're all fucking Crew stands all of a sudden.
The G2 have sent some early pings into A main. We'll see what the idea is, because Jogamo isn't with the pack right now. He's headed double doors.
My other thought is just have Jaw buy a judge at some point and just hold blank.
Fair enough.
It's 2026. Buy the gun.
Static dowsing has never turned out well. I mean, it literally did. His time on KC, it literally did turn out well.
Was waiting for a bit of a gamble that Josh tried to cook up there with the timeout.
Yeah, they try and push this chamber.
That's just going to open up the floodgate.
Obviously, it did not work.
Valen pushed back into the corner now.
That's a bad neon wall that cost them the round. Wow.
Monster finally taken out, but it's a 2-on-2 now. As Leaf steps forward, heard that teleport, and he goes into outer space at the wrong moment.
Don't have the spike.
Into the 1-on-2.
Seem to have perhaps realized this
Still
now.
Neon has to go back for the spike. How long can he hold his nerve?
I predict Nova versus Stokturgy in Champs Grand
A
Finals.
double hold onto the smoke after faking the plant. Eventually, Baby Bay bid up.
For an anti-eco, let's go. Look, when it's round 11, it doesn't fucking matter.
Truly
Nothing
nice
else matters.
shots
Just win the
from
round.
Even sell something this round, but you have to rewind earlier. That first kill from
Holy
Neon,
moly.
punishing that trap play, that fast split into main. With the Neon
Look, I mean, this is the
down.
thing. You're hating this fucking power ranking for the fucking NRG rank. Like,
But Neon was ready for it.
do you, none of you surely think LEV are that bad. Surely you think LEV are at least a decent team. And like could win this game.
Main ready to go again from Leviathan. Baby Bay has switched.
Tony
his setup
Thick
over to the
Thighs.
side of the map, though.
As a Vikings and G2 fan, I think I just like chokers.
Isolating Sato
I mean,
from
that
the
is
rest of his
rough.
team, but they're all stuck behind it. So once again, he tries to go in. His feet get nipped at by the thorns. And now Hunter's Fury to guide his path into backside. Leviathan rip G2 apart. That is devastation. His spike gets a little bit out of control on the teleport.
Oh,
Neon again
Sato
with
just
the
completely
flex.
left
a
him
little
there
bit
to the
crazy.
wolves because like I don't have my Vandal. I don't care. But still,
Trent's just way out
4v2.
in front of his teammate with Leaf dealing with that.
He's gonna pit here probably, or should do.
The Leviathan are still taking their time. Trying to post Neon up on the angle.
They've been super thorough in these post plants.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Oh!
a Trent again for 2.
did he just swing out before the wall? I think he
Quick
did.
layup, and now he's got the Hunter's Fury.
There's no
as
way,
well. On point with his shot. And Leap into
What
the
the actual fuck just
That
happened?
Clever
was
G2 will
gorgeous.
take it to
Can
map
Trent
3
see
where
through walls,
Fnatic will
man?
end
How
up
is he
winning.
finding these
What the
kills?
fuck just happened?
Just ridiculous stuff from him.
I think the
His
second one he
load's
may have
not
found
enough in round 11, but here
with a
massive
big
step
misplay
up
from
again.
Lev, but
I feel
first
like
one was just spam,
feel
I
like
think.
Leviathan should have won that half.
The second one
or
Yes.
9-3 or
was banned by
something, but
Lev.
All of these hero moves out at G2. Give them the lead instead.
We didn't even see it.
That prediction is so nice.
on.
Starts it in the middle, expects him to go to the
Oh,
corner.
oh no, it
and then
wasn't.
just
He
double
literally
spam.
just I mean, that's fucking bullshit. That's some fucking bullshit. Right, let me get to these VFL teams. Venomous Val. Let's take a look.
You beat it with a better deal on one of these fresh.
Take a look at the kids on the street. No, they never.
That is absurd!
119. In fact, let me
Yeah,
just
there is
quickly
no
check.
way
Where am I?
Lev
Oh,
win.
not sixth.
Worst case, they go 13
Where am
to
I
11,
overall?
11 to 13, and then lose 13 to 4 in
Fifth.
final map.
God, this guy's insane. Akumanji. What about Venomous Val? Poppies for the win with 67 points. Rough. Still got Buzz to play, still got Ethan to play, still got Tex to play, still got Trent to play, but Ruxic, Sociable, Cruz, Cloric. Letting the side down, as they say. Minus Bippo, that was a good idea. Minus Patman, that was a good idea. Minus Eurotan, so at least you got rid of Global, that's good. Plus Alim, good. Plus Tex, probably good. And plus Trent, well, that last round was good. So, I mean, even though it hasn't gone great, you can't even really be that mad. I don't know what the global players scored, but it can't be that high because they lost 2-0. So, I don't remember any aces either. Although, maybe Patman got some kills. I don't remember Eurotan doing much. Bippo had a pretty bad game as well, I think. Although they did win. I don't think he got a ton of points, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, this is it could have been worse. You get the it could have been worse award, and you also IGL'd, you know, your best scorer. Like genuinely, sometimes you just get unlucky. This is what you call an unlucky team. Right decisions, but just unlucky. But then again, I mean, you know, maybe Tex will drop a billion
solutions. And now we get a look at their defense. Especially, I'm excited to see what Neon can do.
How to rank Lev's firepower? I mean, Lev must have
a lot of that attack side, but now have to deal against a G2 team.
The best?
Is very good at working
Lev have the
map.
best firepower in Americas?
This pistol not getting too creative just yet, though. 4 players up through A main, and a drone to lead the charge.
This comp is scary if it gets in a post plant. So much stall, so much sustain.
Yeah, there goes the wall to kick things off, and King is just getting killed through a smoke
Might be all?
again. Oh
And
my
it's Trent,
word!
of
Yeah,
course.
probably
Yeah, of
between
course.
those two.
I really
Depends probably how
maybe
you
we
rate
do
players
check
like
in
Tex
PC,
and
I'm
Mazino,
not
I
quite sure.
suppose. But yeah,
That's 4
probably
in a
most people
row
would say
through
it
a
might be all.
smoke.
But
And I suppose Leaf can now go ahead and activate on that lurk. Look for the backstab. G2 doing a good enough
5v4,
job
I mean, this should be a
at
second
stalling
pistol for
out
G2.
The retake has primed Leaf for a perfect moment.
Leaf has done a
to
good
stab
job
them
here,
in
and
the
Lev are very slow.
All hell about to break loose as Leaf
Gets
gets
one.
that first one, and Valen will get another. Nice flash, and no bullets left in the tank, but it will be Trent for 3 regardless.
Look at how long those
Z
smokes
Gamer,
lasted.
thanks for the $2.
Leviathan was
All I
in
care
position
about
to
is how
retake,
Zeta
waiting
lost. I'm
outside
sad.
for probably
I mean,
20
Zeta
seconds. And that buys
were
time for the
fucking
Leaf reflank. That lets
atrocious.
G2 set
I mean, I
up
talk
in
about
the
slow
exact
starts.
crossfires they want.
I mean, Zeta
It means
division.
when the smokes finally drop, there's also a
There,
vibe
I
splash in your
don't. Does
face, and
Mega Reggie
well
Gigas
set
have
up
like
for
even
them.
slower start?
It's just such a tough comp
That's
to
Zeta
play
division.
into, and Trent just having a good time with it. Might be the luckiest man in the world
Yeah,
today.
I mean, why not 16 and 5?
They started the maps. What was it? It was
Let's be
5-0,
real,
I think, on map
those are
1.
honest
What was map
skills.
2?
Oh, yeah, no, I never said
7-0?
anything about it was
8-0?
honest, but
And then
kill's
map
a
3
kill
was
at the end
like
of the day.
9 or 10-0? There's
The
no
Tron is set
Mega
up
Reggie
to do it
Gigas. That
nicely.
seems like a
Try and
mistake.
run away
No?
with things
5,
here.
8, 9. I mean, what
Leviathan
did that?
have that
You're giving
4
yourself
stack
no
over
chance.
Towards A, and I think G2 now have that read. A little bit
they're just
funky
gonna make
on
it.
that wall. Going up into B, and well, they've got themselves a site.
Yeah, it is interesting to see the little variant there, but look at all the util that's going up in the post plant. I want to focus on it in a less chaotic round. There's thorns in the open. There's 2 stars getting placed around that area as well. So if you want to refight in, there's going to be a neon in your face in the smoke. There's going to be thorns
Yep.
late round. Oh, and by the way, Leaf's going to be flanking you.
Yeah, that's always going to be a factor. There's always going to be a 1 star remaining to pull you
loves
off the
Reggie
spike.
Gigas.
Defuse, even if you were.
No,
to win
I
out
was.
in
I
the
always thought
retake.
Reggie Gigas actually looked a bit
None of that
lame.
matters if you just want
I
to
actually
ride
thought
the
all
spike.
of the other Reggies looked kind of cool. Well, Reggie
many
Ice I
does
think
he
looks a bit lame as
allow
well.
to go
But
to
Reggie
grade?
Rock I
He's
think
gonna
looks
allow all
cool as
4.
fuck.
Very kind.
Generous soul.
Reggie Steele is
I know
fine.
you're talking a lot about the
Reggie Ice
utility
is a
that
bit
G2
weird, I
have.
think.
Yes.
One of the things that made me a little bit
And then Richie
dubious
Gigas I
of
think
the-
looks a
of
bit
the
strange.
Vice pick
I
is
remember
on
my
map like Breeze
my
in
brother
particular
when
is
he
how
was playing the
wide a lot of
Pokemon games
spaces
as a
are
kid,
to
like
put down
found
thorns and
the
shots
you know
all
like
up, but
he
when you
was
have all
doing
of
the
these
Reggie
orb
stuff,
smokes that you
but
can
had
place
no
at new
idea
angles, you can
what it
actually
was.
tighten a lot of those
So he
shots
was just
around
like,
pillar or
"What the
around
fuck are these
pyramids over
dots?"
towards A, drop down your thorns right around those. And
I'm
all of a
assuming
sudden
quite
you're
a
just
few
playing
children.
normal
I don't
map.
remember
and
ever
also,
doing
since
that, to
the
be
map
honest.
changes that happened a while
Well,
ago, a lot of those
Those of you
lanes
don't
have
know,
been
like
shrunk
the way the
down as well.
Reggies worked
The
is it was
pillars
in
actually
Braille
going up,
and you
for
had to
example,
like
isn't smaller
do
than it
certain
used to be.
things.
It's the same to be said
So,
with,
like,
some of these other fights.
And
that
unlike
have that
the
defense.
little when games used to come with a
G2
little
sit at
manual, the
9
manual
to
told you
5
how to
now.
read the Braille, like in
Leaf
terms
did
of the
upgrade
instructions they would give
to
you.
a
But
Vandal.
my brother was just like,
And G2 just
"What the
wasted
fuck are
no
these
time at all
dots?
at the
What am I
start
meant to
here.
do with that?"
Challenging over towards B main, but
Yeah, I do know there's 2
waiting
more
to see if
Reggies,
Leviathan are gonna
which to
take
me
some
doesn't make
space
any
into mid.
fucking
Big
sense.
playing all the way back towards his own
But the
spawn.
electric one makes some
See if that ever
sense.
comes
I don't
through.
get the dragon one at all. How does the dragon? I thought it was meant to be
A lot
like
of this half is gonna
building
be-
shit.
Trying to apply that pressure and pull out aggression from the Neon or from the Chamber out of Leviathan. Those 2 players that want to get active, get posted on extremities to help with that information game. Especially when they're playing a comp that has far less stall utility to hard hold sites.
Okay,
It's all the
we
more
got
important
Neon.
to have those proactive
You got the Neon
extremities
judge here
of how
up
fast
against
it rotates.
Neon on the chamber.
So G2 are going to take their time. Ah, yes, we just got our
They're gonna drone.
back ready
In
to
they
go.
come. Jogomo
time
stuns
for
himself.
G2 to work into the site.
They do
Still
get
2
in the
players
site.
Stuck back here. Giacomo.
Got overlaying
dancing with the
smokes.
judge, but it's hard to go much further than this. The fight on Neon is good for it.
Huh?
That's a gun if he can move a little bit further forward.
He's not
Leviathan
gonna move a bit further
quick to
forward
get
though.
back in here as well as a slide into
Well,
the corner. Sato's got a judge
Welcome to
of his own.
2026.
Leviathan might have gotten back into the site, but G2 are playing largely off of it, apart from Valen.
With the offside players, time is ticking.
Ooh, Valen pushed back into the corner. Now
Okay,
peeled
do
against.
they have the Omen smoke? They do.
As a dart should come out. Stop this plant for a moment.
Baby
Maybe
boy.
good on that shot. Leviathan need to get
Oh,
onto the
Trent's
spike,
hitting
and I'm
some
not sure
fucking
if G2
shots.
can stop the
They
defuse.
got the
They manage
diffuser.
it. And now Spike
Wow.
taken down before he has a chance to get back on.
What's this
That
famous
is a
Viper
bonus
beholder I've
round
been told so much
secured
about
for
as well,
G2.
folks?
When you slow down and play retake against this comp, it gets brutal. They have so many tools up in your face. Even looking back to the execute, how many players were on this site? There was 2 in position, 2
the
on
villager
fast
on?
rotation, but no one could fight because of the pure amount of smokes. And the only avenue they had to approach was held by a judge. And
Pepe
it's a
was
wait
there
for
for
these
some
smokes
time.
to go down. Everyone gets to
Is that the
retreat.
first time
Everyone
out?
gets to set up.
Do you want the villager? Well, I do need to do some more VFL things. This was meant to be a fucking good game. With the witch on? I'll just do that myself. Right. There's one on YouTube, that's 946. Is there another one on Twitch? Ooh, dude. Was there? If I just put that up. Sources I made. Oh, 335. Oh no, that was 9 hours ago from Rosen Twitch. Yeah, I'm good. Well, there's one on YouTube I need to do, but
So when you pick your side, if you pick going back, if you pick going forward, you do not get a choice to change. You cannot get a pick and retreat because all of that utility.
1
will
hour
lock
of
you into
silence
your
interrupted
decision.
by Chober hitting the high C in golden. I mean, that would be
It can
funny.
be frustrating, as it has already been proved for Leviathan. Now without much to spend, Neon, Headhunter in hand, will
Honestly, nice
teleport
job
away,
by
and some
Neon.
good damage. Layer down. Let's see how
The
G2
player.
keep it calm on this anti-eco.
Let's hear some G2.
Viper smoked.
Can you do your impression of the metal
Use the ball.
pipes,
Just run,
please?
run. Going through. I smoke. He full gave. He's solo. Backside though. Right. In sucks. Keep beat out. Gun down, Dre. Don't grab it. It's fine.
Was Plant trying to fight right a bit?
Johnny ready.
I can't break. I'll break.
Planning.
I can't break. I don't see it. Tag me.
They're trying to scale on Walters. Orange back.
I have stun still. Okay, stun you guys slant when no smoke fades, okay?
Left side. They're all going
I
right.
have flash. I have
Flash.
flash. You're good.
Fight left. Bricks. Bricks.
Nice one. T. I will. Don't worry about it,
All
boys.
good, boys.
Well,
Well,
honestly,
they kept it
I think
calm,
you got
but
a
that
good
didn't lead
sense
to a
right there
round
of
win for
why
G2.
G2
Leviathan
are a good
just
team.
blitzed their way in there. A good kill on the entry and
Literally
could
right
finally
there, I
capture
think
some
in the
of that
comms,
thrifty
it's
magic that G2
crazy
had
how
off in the
much
first half.
Yeah, it's really nice to see. I like that they're
like
taking
how
the risk
fucking
and
they
trying
only
to
say
get
what
this
actually
okay.
matters. You know what I mean?
Excellent on the lead pool.
There's like the only things that were said
Yeah.
there were pretty much
No one able to
Things
see
that
that far. I think
matter.
you even heard that in the comms.
pretty calm,
And that's a nice shooting
pretty
from Lev.
like very easy to
It's a massive
understand.
round to get them back into this game.
G2 still have a bye, though, and Trent has the Hunter's Fury, which has been a massive issue for Leviathan so far.
Yeah, Trent in general has really been that problem. As Neon posts up here.
Gonna need someone to break this drone for him. That should be doable. King supports it, as now that ultimate unleashed. Neon waiting in the corner, and he's here for it. Gets some big damage down onto Giacomo before teleporting to the other side.
Joe's got like that. Where is everyone else there?
At the
Someone's got
present,
to like Joe survived
might
a
have
decent
ideas
amount of
to
time there. That
abandon
was
this
pretty
inside.
bad by the rest of
Looking in.
G2.
Leaf has been holding here, and there's a re-clear from Lev.
Whoa, Sato going quick on that
He
one.
didn't see Leaf.
No, he didn't. And now there's some reinforcements, and no one's even looking at Leaf.
My ult's ready.
One kill, and instantly
Without a
cuts
spot
noise.
stirring, need that back.
Some doubt creeping into Spike's mind. Could they be up through double doors yet? There's a tripwire there for the time being.
I like that from him. Take the risk, swing through and get the info. But
Okay,
still, there's two
4v3.
options. Did they double back B or are they double backing into A?
And Spike's
The
gonna be a
harvest
little bit
smoke. They
too
got an
slow
Astro
to
Wall
pitch
as well
back into
here.
A. There's even a wall blocking him off.
He reads it wrong, goes towards B.
So Neon is all on his own. To stop GT from advancing to 11, he's gonna need something, but he can't do it. Teleports away, chipped at. Now repositions. Spike TP's past the wall.
This flank is big. It's a very fast timing.
Baby's aware of it though.
Ready just in case. This fight could be everything,
big
and it's
shot.
massive for Leviathan. Spike repositions quickly.
Does a good job
As the
pushing
walls
forward.
come down, it is about to go down. Leviathan
Oh.
need to act, need to do something. On the other side of this, it's G2
Nicely done by
all the
G2.
way. Spike abandoned. 1-on-3. That's the first. Needs to keep charging forward, sees them both, but he switches the wrong
Honestly,
time.
nicely
and
done by
Trevor will seal the
G2.
deal.
Very nice
Pivotal piece
reactions
of
there.
that round was Leaf's fight in mid. Tucking in. Sato goes for the jump peek to re-clear, but just not quite deep enough to catch him. And Leaf continues to be a problem, even later into the round. Low on health doesn't matter when he's the man on that flank angle. And another round that is so close that could have been won. But comes down to the wire, and G2 takes it.
The potential salvation for LEV being that Neon finally has the operator. He's in mid right now. And G2 aren't showing really anything at the start of this round.
But the way G2 have been playing, though, I think it's going to be difficult to get value with this operator. You have to be very aggressive, basically face into utility. G2 just have so many tools, pullback stars, drones, harbor utility, to block you off or push you off.
Okay, Lev, Force here with a Sheriff. You have an AWP
Only
and a
now
Judge
to
with
G2
Sato.
Make a go at anything. Moving back to A main.
All is quiet on the A
They've got a
front.
drone to push Spike off the line. Choose for the dart instead. Keeping things fluid and how they scale up into A main, and that's some great damage
big shot
on
got.
Spike.
Gonna push him back.
Valen expects a rewalk into mid, similar to what Leaf caught last round.
This makes me a little nervous. G2 are taking their sweet time.
40 seconds? What are we doing? We're trying to fake B?
Re-hit A.
Trying to fake B, but are they gonna be able to destroy this chamber trap?
And I'm looking at Sato with a Judge and an ult. He could activate quickly to pinch back into B, but the Spike has hung out on A. G2 trying to make an honest fake here over on B, but it's
And
not
destroy
a
the
good
trip.
sell. 20 seconds left and already onto the A site. Spike already low from that earlier exchange, and on the other
He's
side,
dead.
it doesn't
What?
even matter.
How's
Spike
Joel
gets
live?
that kill.
Spike's
But
down
he's still
though.
alive, down to 10 seconds, he upgrades. Spike tries to save this round, but it won't happen. It'll all
Could
fall
happen.
down onto
Oh.
Sato, but he'll fall first. G2 on map point.
Okay,
Excellent
GG.
push pull that round from G2. The early pressure heavy on A. And while that late fake didn't sell any rotations off of A, it kept those players on the side of B, and well, it got real sketchy with the time.
How did
These
Joel
kills only
kill
rotate
the
back,
solo? That's what I
catching
want to
those
know.
Players from B.
Like, how did Blows not kill? Like, Joel had no idea he was there.
His pathing, going through his wall.
Being rapped on. And yet
It didn't sound like he
fucking
was gonna
turned
go back
around
the
and
other way.
insta-killed.
I don't know if they have any place to talk about random kills this
No,
game
I'm
for
not
what
sure.
Trent is doing.
It's a tough one. Well, Sato, he's just into A main. This is the new approach for Leviathan. If you lose the slow round to G2, don't even give it to him. Take some space against and force G2 to come up with an answer on the fly.
See how much value just these pullback stars are getting. Force them all the way back.
Jogamo finds himself in a very interesting position. Isolated from the team, tried to call in maybe a
I
dart
mean,
to
that's
try
a
and break
lineup
something,
maybe we
but
need to
there's
learn.
still
I mean,
a
Joe should just... I mean,
tripwire
they should
on
get
the
the
ground
AWP
in
here
front of him.
deep and just let him
Couldn't
destroy
tell
them.
if he was quite in range to hear the buzz. I think he should have been.
G2 under a minute now. Certainly hears it now.
But by not breaking the strip and calling his teammates back into main, means that they could pop a split into B with him approaching far faster than Leviathan are ready for.
Well, here we go. That's a reckoning hurled over towards the A site.
That doesn't make any
Again,
sense.
G2 trying some fake ideas. As with 30
I mean, they literally TP to the other side because you did that up.
It's a 3-stack for Leviathan now. 25 seconds left to go, and his support is necessary to keep things together.
They are very
G2
slow
now
here.
completely stalled out in the choke, really trying to force their way through.
What the fuck is going on with Trent?
Will lay down the
Hey, Ruben,
pathway.
thanks for the 3 months.
Neon pulls the tour de force out from his back pocket. He
Baby
is shut down by
boy
an operator
wins
on
it.
the other side. G2 set up into the post. Baby Base operator on full display, leaves marksmanship as well. Absolutely perfect. And
GG.
Trent, from beginning to middle to end, has been a superstar here today.
13-6 map 1. There was moments in the first half
Honestly,
where it looked like it could have gone either way.
kind of dominant.
But that second side, that attack from
Now, that's not really what we saw from LEV last week. Obviously, last week they were playing like the Phoenix. I think looked a lot better than that. That looked kind of shite.
to get through that fight.
Okay, let me do this other VFL. 6. Z Gamer. VCL Champs 2030. Bing IGL, good pick. Alan, good pick. Where'd you find those picks from, huh? Leviathan, where'd you find that pick from, huh? Echo, where'd you find that pick from? Crashies, where'd you find that pick from, huh? Bubbo, where'd you find that pick from, huh? Akame got 17 points. Akame got 17 points. That's crazy. That's insane. You're on 130 points this week. Are you first? That's not your fucking team, is it? That's not your fucking team. That's not your fucking team. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Just pick the top guy's team. What was the thing I was playing earlier? Sam something. What was it called? Clues with Sam. Clues by Sam. Close. Right, I was midway through the Friday one, but I can remember some of it, so I'll go to the Thursday one. And I'll try and do this before the next map starts. Only one of the two criminals to the left of the Salil is Megan's neighbor. One of the two criminals to the left Salil is Megan's neighbor. Only one of the two, but you are. Uma and I have no innocent neighbors in common. You have no innocent neighbors in common. No innocent neighbors in common. So they're both guilty? Means that you're innocent, right? Only one or two criminals to the left. Right. Exactly two. Right, so that one's done. Exactly two of the three criminals neighboring Sal are on the edges. It must be these. Wait, what? Exactly two of the three criminals neighboring Sal are on the edges. Oh, this is an edge. I literally just thought edge. Lutis, thanks for the $5. Day. I'll get to it. I'll get to it in a second. Okay, so 2 of these 3 are criminals. Exactly 1 innocent in column D is neighboring Salil. Exactly 1 innocent neighbors you. That means you must be a criminal. Only 1 of the 7 criminals on the edges is Donna's neighbor. 1 of the 7 criminals on the edges is Donna. 7 on the edge, we got 3. Only 1 of them, Donna's neighbor. Exactly 1 innocent in common. Oh, also, you must be guilty. Only 1 of the 3 criminals in column D is Donna's neighbor. That one's done. Only 1 of the 3 criminals in column D. Donna's neighbor. So 1 of them 2 is innocent. Only 1 of the criminals. 1 of the 7 criminals on the edge is Donna's neighbor. So you must be innocent. There's an odd number of innocents neighboring Rob. Odd number of innocents neighboring Rob. Okay, hold on. Odd number of innocents neighboring Rob. Oh, Rob. 1 of 3 criminals is Donna's neighbor. One of them 2 is. Odd number of innocents neighboring. Two of the 3 criminals neighboring Salil are on the edges. 2 of the 3 neighboring you are on the edges. So 1 of these 2 is bad. 1 of those 2 is bad. 1 of those 2. And there's an odd number of innocents neighboring you. There's an odd number. Garcia Mar 0203, thanks for the 24 months.
Team, please.
Give me a second.
1232.
Give me a second.
Took out
Give me a
May
second.
at the wrong time. Akame and Monyet.
Where was I?
Bought in Sardak.
One of these 2
Alan.
is guilty. 1 of them is innocent. So if you're guilty, that would make that 4. You're innocent. That would make that 4. But there is an odd number, so I need 2. But that means that it can't be you. Oh no, exactly. No, what the fuck was I talking about? That makes Salil innocent? Hold on. There's an odd number of innocents neighboring Rob. Right now, he's at 0. But 1 of them is innocent. One of the 3 criminals in column D. Donna's neighbor. There's 3 criminals here in column D. No, Salil must be guilty because 1 of these is innocent. 1 of them is innocent. So Salil, you're a criminal. There are more criminals in column A than column C. But 1 of those 2 is guilty. Well, no, 1 of those 2 must be innocent. One of you 2 is innocent. I've got it off. I've got it off. Can't hurt me. Can't hurt me. More criminals in column A. Column C. One of them is, or both of them are. And if it's just one, then both of them are innocent. One of you two is innocent. One is guilty. One of the 7 criminals on the edges is Donna's neighbor. One of you two. Exactly 2 of the 3 criminals neighboring Salio. Right, there are more criminals in column A than column C. How does that help me? Exactly. Right, where's the one about Donna? Exactly 1 of the 7 criminals on the edges. 1 of the 3 criminals. Hold on. So Donna has 3 criminals. Oh no, there's 3 criminals in column D. Doesn't tell you about her neighbor. Ah, fuck! Fuck! So there's 2 innocent here and there's 2 guilty. One of these 2 and one of these 2. More criminals in column A than C. Odd number of innocents neighboring Rob. Wait, odd number of innocents neighboring Rob. Yes. Yes, so one of those 2 is guilty. 1 is innocent. I don't know anything about B, do I, though? These 2 could be guilty. Fuck. The 3 criminals in column D. Donna's neighbor. The 3 criminals nailing Salil on the edges. I mean, it's not Zoe? Is Nick? Are we going in? Odd number of innocents. No. There's... With the 3 criminals. God, it's like just going around in a circle. There are more criminals in column A than column C. Yes, I know there are. Fuck.
Fast rotates on defense,
Phoenix here.
off the relay bolt,
I will get to those VFLs, don't worry.
Roomba for an extra piece of util. Those are all reasonable trades.
What am I missing?
All still very powerful tools. Interesting to see what the priorities are from G2. A very different read on the meta than a lot of our other squads, but Leviathan as well. This will be the 3rd time Sato is locking in the Phoenix. Played it in both of the maps Leviathan had last week.
We got orb number 1.
Hey, we're off to the races.
Heavy setup
Arbor again.
early from G2 over towards mid. Now they've gone back. That Roomba in question already re-clearing A.
Yeah, Leviathan keeping it quiet.
This is a nice refight setup. Off the jiggle, they can flash, seize nade, and then triple swing in.
Being raised instead of anything else as well.
All the way down in vents right now. Not fully getting ready for that fight.
Yeah, you saw him throw the nade there, but the smoke blocking off his teammates means that he can't actually commit to fighting up without risking.
Why G2 so harbor build? I don't know. Do they think there's a read there?
Into B main.
Oh, the harbor's bad,
Going
but
for the full Phoenix farm. But the problem is there is a Vise wall right here in the choke point.
With it being a pistol, though, means no thorns, and that makes it so much easier to get through.
Oh no! 3 of us got stuck behind it, so Spike the only one into the site. Not a big problem though, because G2 are focusing all of their attention on re-clearing out mid. Luckily for King, he hasn't actually stepped
I think
back
LEV have
in
got
there.
the read here.
So it's just going to be a 5-on-5 in the post.
He's so deep, though, that the late back stab will still be a factor.
And the paranoia in Neon's hand too, because Leviathan didn't have to use much.
See this harbor, there's the wall. There's kind of completely...
Carves up this site into nice little bite-sized pieces that Spike has slipped right into. Spots the first player, but he made noise on that rope, and Val just cleans his head off. A little bit surprising.
The wall means no one was there to trade, and now an advantage.
As it comes down, though, these fights about to break out. Neon into the thick of things, but Baby Bay is there with steady hands.
Oh, nicely done. I mean, harbor value through the wazoo this round.
Nicely. King just never really a factor into this round. The orb provides all the protection G2 need to stick the defuse, and Valen will find 3 kills and the round.
Ooh, harbor.
Biggest advantage.
Hasty.
Before the change, after the change. So he's kind of freaky to play against. Like, it is so weird. Look at this wall they throw. How often are you thinking about what crossfires you need to set up when those are the smokes? Best example is Spike in Hell. Normally that's a good position where you have pillar players ready to swing out. Even if there's a smoke, they can fight through and help you. With Harbor, with the slow, with the weird wall, you can't do that. And then even later on, the Cove makes it so tough to deal with them, just putting that pressure of sticking.
You might think, oh, Viper could do similar-ish things with the wall, but even then, you have that notice as a defender when you see that wall come down pre-round or mid-round to figure out how to adjust.
Connor Raw, thanks for becoming a member for 2 months.
Disrespect a Viper wall.
Bro, right now TMV, name your top 3 teams post-franchising. I don't care.
Seized up by the tether.
So like after this year, is that what you're talking about?
Passive hold in mid from G2 this time.
You think he answers Lamau?
Now having that more active.
Bro, if you're gonna pay me, I'm gonna fucking answer.
Can throw that off contact up towards heaven.
But you need to tell me what the question means. You mean like next year?
Oh, there goes all his health.
Oh dear.
What you mean?
Those thorns do some damage. They can pack a punch, and so can the rest of G2. As Leviathan.
How's the harbor compared to Viper on split?
Untimely demise.
I think that the truth of the matter is with harbor, it's like.
Left after that, clean from G2.
It's interesting that Leviathan decided to pick.
As I'm waiting for clarification on the other question, by the way.
I think if I was considering
2023 to now?
The first place my mind would go to would be a double dive composition. Think something
From 2023 to now, the best teams have been, I would argue,
exactly the comp that they were playing into. Because
obviously Fnatic and Paper X are 1 and 2. I don't think that's even close. And then it's probably who do you want to have as 3? And 3 I would put as.
Actually disrespect the Vise, and that's Omen.
Well, he uses that teleport dive to get up early, and now the tether combo, but the nades are a little bit too deep. G2 unable to capitalize off of that play.
I mean, is it strange to say EDG?
Stall util's good.
Ouch. Sato, right to the chest. Take it down to 12. Luckily for him, he can heal up in the corner.
Lev just looking for a re-hit back into B.
A little bit tough though. G2
1 tournament wonder? I mean, you know, they've made more. Like, everyone else has only won 1 tournament. They've made by far more tournaments than anyone else. Of the other teams, you're all going to say. They've won a tournament. They've had multiple top 4 finishes.
And you didn't ever have map control in mid or on the A extremity.
And G2 can stall out mid for forever with the... They can place down. King's trying to make a go of something here.
They won champs, which some people think is more important.
Anything just yet, and the time is starting to be eaten away at. There's that flash through, gets a good catch onto Trent and Jaw. Forces Valen to fall into the site. Has some protection by the Cove, but King is closing in. Finds a great timing, but whips on the shot. Valen just slithers back up the
Gen
road,
G?
no problem. It's 15 seconds.
How
left
can
on
you
the
say
clock.
fucking Gen G?
Neon
They had
again,
like
quick on
they
the
had
adjustments.
one good year
Carries it over.
in which they came second and first, and then did nothing else. And they haven't done anything
Another
else
kill into the round. It's a one-on-one
at
for
all.
Baby Bay. Ring around the rosy, but blows.
Top 3 teams is Fnatic,
read.
Paper X,
Baby
Fnatic
Bay
again.
has absolutely no idea
That's
what
played
a
by Blows.
movement. Blows clutches up for the round.
Really nicely played by Blows there. Reading that he stays new box,
Forgot the
repositioning
fucking message.
into that off
The
angle.
third best team is obviously
And a big
Wolves.
round that it's a tough sell to see Lev winning. That initial volley of stall and then the kill Trent gets as well. It should have been Raps. They had no other space.
Okay,
on the map. They were
this is a
forced to
question
hit
that
into
needs
the
to be put on
stack beats out.
VOD I think.
But this time,
Who's the
it's
third
11
best team
individuals making the
since
difference.
franchising began?
That was a bit more absent map one.
Because the first two are pretty
That it
inarguable.
was. What it's
Let me write it
left
down.
now is, well, Sato's got that ultimate, some good work, some fight up into mid too. Leviathan really changing the pace here. This has been common in their calling.
The first two,
Slow rounds into
the
quick.
first two are definitely Fnatic and Paper Rex. You might argue the order.
Now this is better
I'd
map
probably
control.
say
King walked up, though. Two
Fnatic
players here.
1,
Interesting harbor
but
ball.
it's pretty close.
Slicing through vents, and oh my word, King tries to hold it down for 2. Just an even trade at the end of the day. But that flash through the wall. Sato is sent packing, but now Trent
Oh,
out into the
Trent
open,
is
still
having a
gets
fucking
one.
game.
On the return, Jogamo steps in to take his place, holding it down for another. Mayhem in male will allow Lev eventually
you got
to
Harbor.
retreat onto the site. Reckoning gives them no time to really consider their options, though. As G2 link up back towards Hall. And the spike plant resets the round.
No Utah. This has to be a heroic round from Valen.
The cover falls.
One enemy remaining.
And Baby Bay right on the other side.
On a raw. Thanks for the $2. You know damn well Sideshow saying heretics. Oh, he doesn't stay in it this time.
Neon's into it. Takes
Oh, that's a
perfect
mistake.
timing. Second guesses.
You'll have no idea he's in
Again
that corner,
into a
but
corner that's unexpected. Again, G2 looking the wrong way. The Red Bull
I think he
clutch
got a-
from Neon.
Great reposition.
I guess he's trying to time him in the cove. He's thinking he's going to come back through the other way.
This time a Red Bull clutch out of Neon. Plays it real nice.
The thing is, when you're in the cove there and there's no way he can spam you and he has to go in it, I think when he kills you from this way, maybe something to realize for Valen there is he doesn't have time to walk around the other side, right? If you're in a cove here and it's planted here, and he's just got to kill from there,
Lev now in a great spot.
he doesn't have time to walk all this way, or if, you know, or to do so would be so fucking risky, right? If you are like sticking to half,
To start off the round. Start working towards Sato's ult
like
once
you'd
more.
need humongous
Really like
balls
this
to
idea.
do that.
Playing B main.
So he's pretty much always
Sato
gonna
and
just
over.
walk this way.
Because this G2 comp doesn't really want to fight up super aggressively in that area.
Not that I'm saying Valen should be able to work that out or in the space of a nanosecond,
Created
but
a big question
from our
in the middle of the
perspective, I
map for
think,
Lev.
And G2, after creating that
because he
question
did
mark,
think
they
about
wanna solve
walking
on
around the
their
right,
own.
and then went,
Clear B main.
nah, that
So
doesn't make any
fluid.
fucking sense. He
He's
might just
calling
stick it.
for Valen.
There's nothing I can do.
Utility
Because
and stepping back
it's not
into
like
B main,
normal
now
where
pushing
you can
back
walk
the
around
player
here
with
and then just, you know,
Prowler.
kill him from there.
They do
Like you got to
show
walk all the way around
with that
and then get
flash
inside the
with
smoke.
Harbor.
Like
Both teams
a
are
long way to
just
walk.
wants to
Clear.
Anyway, the third
That's
best
really
team.
cute.
Like who are our
Lev seem
contenders?
to have gotten the right read on this.
G2 I
G2
think
have
are a
already
contender, but
begun
you'd
the
probably
shift
say they
onto
haven't won
A.
a trophy, so it's probably not them.
This calling is nice.
I guess Gen G are a
Absolute
contender.
mind game between our IGLs
I
now.
guess
And yet that flash
DRX, aren't
left
DRX
in
just
B main
G2
with
but
some
worse?
amount of intel
Senna
towards
a
G2.
contender
At
for
this
sure.
point, though, they have to commit to the gamble they've gone for. And that will mean full-on even numbers for the post plant.
And Lever taking proactive space off that. Already fighting up towards spawn.
Now G2 dominated Lev in the post plants back on Breeze.
Low-key Team
Now,
Liquid.
2
There's no
rounds in a row
fucking
for
way
Lev,
you're saying Team
and
Liquid.
far
How are
superior
G2
weaponry,
worse than Team Liquid?
as well as this advanced position into halls. It sets up Leviathan nicely in this post plant. G2 hoping a fight will
Like, if you're
come
talking
their
about
way
teams
sooner
that
rather
haven't
than
won a
later.
trophy,
As now the
G2 are by clear. They're clear, I think.
But right into the waiting arms of Leviathan. A 3K
Well,
for
this
Neon.
B site may need some more reinforcement. Original Barry, thanks for 26 months.
Really interesting round from both sides there. Constant back and forth on that
Wolves.
push and
EDG
pull.
argument has convinced me. Thank you. I feel like you're not thinking about who these other teams are that EDG are playing against.
They would
It's
rotate away
only
and switch their
G2.
strong side.
Coming top 3 is a lot more important than a singular win. This isn't even a debate, it's
Following the
G2.
decision to fight deep in this
How many times
close
have
line as
G2
well.
actually finished top 3?
You have to play against Harbor. You have to give that bit of respect even on an anti-eco. That if you're playing back, if you're
Bangkok?
behind the Harbor utility, they can win with pretty much any guns.
Well, we are heading into probably the biggest round of the half for G2. A must
Twice?
for them with 3 major
Didn't
ultimates.
EDG come
Leviathan
top
just seizing
top
the
3
reins
twice,
themselves.
but
Look
also
at
like
Spike
win the
move
most important
all
one?
the way up ramps and behind now this mid player. A 1-for-1.
4 top 4s.
Trent ultimately falling. And Spike says, give me that gun. As this round comes to a crawl.
Another nice change of pace from Leviathan.
Team Heretics came 3 times. I don't care what they do in their spare time. We're talking
That
about
was
their
one of the
achievements.
3 critical ults G2 have now lost in Trent's hands.
Where did Lev want to finish this round? They have a player posted B main, but they still don't really know what's going on that side of the map.
I like the places G2 have found themselves into. When you're down a player and have no mid control, doubling up over on B, hold on to some heaven control, and also 2 players in ramp. Makes it hard for Leviathan to find a clean pathway in.
Still, the longer this clock ticks, the more dangerous the ultimates become from G2.
Exactly, Baby Bay and Jaw, they've got him right here.
EDG also like.
Showstopper at the ready and a nice shot.
I'm not saying EDG are good at every event that they go to, and yeah, they've missed some events. So is fucking everyone.
Combos off the util from afar. G2 win on both fronts with this setup as the rocket just grazes the
Fnatic
hair.
and Paper. Well,
Off
Paper
Neon's
haven't missed
head.
many. Fnatic have missed some events.
Neon does have the ultimate to reposition. If he gets the chance later in the round with 12 seconds left to go, that's going to be the
Beat
call.
the B? Hello?
Backside
No.
B. There's still 2 players
Time.
here. Baby Bay rips the ultimate, and Dogamo gets the kill
Run
on
him.
top of that too.
I mean, the ult
Spike
didn't really do
likely
much.
to be planted, but this round is wraps. G2 will take it.
Strange round.
G2 were so aware that round of what space they had
NRG
dropped
has a better
and how
franchise
exactly they
resume
needed
than
to hold
EDG
it.
by far.
Was waiting, looking for
Okay, they both
G2 to
won a
want to
champs.
re-clear, to do something proactive.
I guess NRG did just
With their
finish
ultimates,
3rd.
Playing the time was exactly to their advantage.
Like
There
EDG
goes
have done.
Gross, and off losing a teammate, or Spike's going to react the other side, and G2 disciplined enough.
And then
to
NRG
be
have been
there to
what?
punish
Shit the
that
rest
as
of the time?
well.
2023? What did they
Just
do in
like this match,
2023?
G2 is forcing Lev's attack sides to fall back into some of the pitfalls
Dragon Ranger
of
Gaming.
kickoff.
They sage wall themselves
Playing
off
too
in 2023,
slow,
no?
Not giving themselves options in the late round of waiting for their opponent to make a play, and when they never get that, struggling to be the one to take the initiative.
4th at
I think it
Tokyo.
could be a tough stylistic matchup for Leviathan as well, because G2 is one of those teams that on defense can definitely hit the brakes and play these types of rounds where they give very limited information.
I honestly can't remember that. I couldn't have told you who finished 4th at Tokyo. I did not know it was NRG.
Interesting to see Leviathan trying to rip
lot of
this hit
damage.
now. Oh man, nearly taking out Spike there. Trent flashed up, drops into the side. Another
Oh,
flash. It
what?
doesn't matter.
Is Trent
just
actually
keeps
just
kills
hacking
on
today?
players he can't even see. It is ridiculous.
They know about the
And yet
TP?
players on opposite
Oh,
sides.
they
It's
do,
all
but-
sorts of confusing. Neon finds himself in hell. Only
Straight by
to quickly
Leaf.
fall.
I feel.
This
Oh, they
fall
don't know about
has
this though.
Created infinite amounts of chaos. Again, Leviathan shooting at the backs of G2's heads. And for the one-on-one, it'll be King
Ooh.
to fall. G2
I mean,
take
yeah,
back-to-back.
these harbor walls are just
Takes
creating
down his
fucking
twin
madness on the site.
To end
I mean, just
the
multiple
most chaotic
people
round of this game so far.
not fully being cleared and
What's
stuff.
really injecting the chaos is this Harbor. Watch again how this wall breaks him up. Phoenix fights ahead, but because of the slow, no one else is with them. And then you look again later in this round, and, well, that player tucked below has a great position. Couldn't actually trade with his team until the wall falls. Such a good tool to disrupt the way your opponent wants to fight.
I mean, it's basically just been fucking B hit after B hit. I mean, we've we've ended on B. Have we ended on A once? I'm not sure we have. Maybe we did in like round 2 or something. I forgot. Okay, I will accept the NRG argument. I will accept that it's between G2, NRG, EDG, and Sen, I think. I mean, would Sen be above NRG though now? I don't think so, honestly. I think it's between EDG, G2, and... It's not Heretics, bro. Heretics were asked to start, asked to end. They had a good year. They had one good year and then have been ass. Loud? What year is this guy coming from? NRG had one good tournament. They literally just finished third.
Dragon Ranger Gaming.
That's pretty good.
Logo is a
in the
cutie.
inventory this time around,
True.
so we'll see what the idea is. Paranoia is set up for a quick mail dive.
Yeah, I love that
It,
start.
right, I will hear an argument for NRG, EDG.
EDG won champ,
Or-
won ever domestic in 2024 and kick off in 2025 and have only missed Masters Toronto. G2 only won all 3 domestic 2025. Never won internationally.
Yeah, but they're in a harder region. Like your argument would stand tall if you were talking about. Agnosi, thanks for going a member. Yeah, if you were talking about similar regions, sorry that I haven't been focusing on this game as much as perhaps I should be. But also, every round is just a B split. And also, this is an interesting debate.
They've been pretty.
Why is Paper X on the cover? Paper X and Fnatic are the clear top 2. We're talking about who's third. 1 and 2, I think, are very obvious. Third is where the debate starts.
Don't let the energy fans trick you. Their 4th place finish at lock-in could be replicated by the Plat Chat team.
NRG didn't finish 4th at lock-in. The lock-in top 4 was DRX, Loud, Fnatic, and Navi. They finished in the top 8.
We watch you instead of Sliggy because we can have conversations like this and you listen to us.
Oh, there you go. Did they? Yeah, they lost to Loud. I can remember it quite well. They had a very good game on Fracture and they lost. Came down to a clutch at the end. Wasn't it FNS and a clutch at the end? See, don't fucking down. Yesterday I got 15 out of 15 on that fucking agents quiz. What agent tournament was this? I also knew that King was randomly the highest rated player at lock-in. That's King who used to play for Gen G. Not this King who's playing currently.
The guy who predicted the fraud team winning Bangkok is a fraud. Who knew?
Fuck you. Ban him. Put 100 Thieves in the conversation? No, let's not. But yeah, I will hear an argument. Right. Anyone who hasn't won an international is worse than G2. G2 are the best team that haven't won an international. So if you're bringing up anyone who hasn't won an international, G2 are better. They have done more. So everyone who hasn't won an international doesn't count. Of the teams that then have won an international, not named Paper X or Fnatic.
So passive when he's playing the extremity.
I think NRG are better than Sen in the same region.
Really proactive in the way that he's lurking and the timing.
We're not fucking considering T1.
We haven't really seen that.
Gen G just have been good for a year and like not much else. Like yeah, they had a really good year. They were the best team for a year, but then let's be real. They haven't done that much. I'm not talking about G2 right now.
Placed 3rd, 8th, 2nd, 4th. 8th and 4th with 3 domestic wins.
Yeah, but they had the GOAT Icy.
For 5 months, including an off-season, and got grouped multiple times.
On their approach this time, see how deep that harbor is, how deep this Bucky is in the hands of Jaw.
Usually the Leviathan have gone back into the B hit after
I think NRG and EDG, 1 because they're champ winners, 2 because they've made multiple top 3 finishes.
But there is still Valen here. Or rather, Leaf. Stinger in hand, see if he can get the upgrade
are better than the other teams that have won.
But no chance to actually recover.
And they've been to a decent amount of internationals too.
Nearly takes down King on 2 HP. That could have been the round.
He killed himself with a volley.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone.
Considering the nightfall. Would have been
You
a
killed
big mistake
yourself
there
with
as
the
he is
molly.
Quickly dealt with on the other side.
Baby
How
Ray
has
with
that
the hero
happened?
gun. 1v2.
Yeah, pick that up in vents. That spike only just went down.
You gotta win this round for King.
Which King? Are we talking about King or are we talking about Baby Bay?
Tough to say.
Shows his face, and Sato is there.
Tough.
Easy enough for Leviathan, I say, as we had players dying to a molly and stinger kills in backside. Never a doubt.
Part of me would love to see that again. Part of me thinks it would be cruel to show it again. But I know what the replay team is going to do. Yep, of course.
Remember when you just threw that molly like 2 seconds ago?
Yeah.
I just gave Slaggy 200 bits and asked him his thoughts, and he didn't see it.
Doesn't even respond to the bits messages? Holy.
Steve's got him.
Guy's got too big for his
Just
boots.
gotta laugh it off.
Yeah. It's a good time. Hey, Jogamo with the operator. That's a wrinkle now. And playing B main where Leviathan have always come. I like this idea, and he's ready for the jump peek. Always another idea for G2.
And now look
Okay,
at the
the jaw up.
for G2.
Finally stopping this
so
B
scary,
hit.
especially without that go button of the Neon.
Interesting, though, that
King
the
one.
Rise Wall has changed position. Up into B
My
heaven
cam
this
up a
time.
bit. God, Nick is just a fucking. No one fucking says a word.
Sato did walk
Wait,
up
King
into
not
B main.
nearly. Who was so fucking oblivious when they did this the other day?
No idea.
And just pretended like there was no way anyone could be on site. Just like knife walked
And
out.
instantly a Viper's Pit to just make this madness over
Rossi,
towards A.
yeah.
So really
Jesus
nice
Christ.
thing
I think
now.
right there
G2
you see the
full control towards
difference.
heaven. And that ult only
You're
blocks
gonna
off the C2.
you're gonna Razor and Fatal.
Comes Jogamo.
Holy.
From above, that
And he
someone
gets
comes in for
both.
2. Are you kidding
You
me?
need the harbor.
How has he done that?
And that's a spike down an elbow. Neon, a kill off the ultimate though. An orb would get it too.
Yeah, but Sato had been hanging out in mid. He's going to be delayed up into heaven. Neon still has a whole lot of distance to cover. They can't play it out. I mean, that spike is just in
Runs
an
into his
impossible
harbor.
position.
That's a crazy, crazy raise.
Try and
Okay, I
pick
mean
it
they
up,
use
and
3
even
ults.
then,
Like at
it's
the
a
end of the day,
2-on-4 minimal time.
from Lev's perspective, it's not a disaster.
10 seconds left.
A lot of things I liked this round from G2. First one was Jaw with that
That's the
operator.
luckiest I've seen a team beat, bro. They got fataled. They got trailed. Literally, a trail told him to shoot there, and they have less HP.
Late round.
Is that lucky, or is that just like how the game should work?
Caught a bad timing, but immediately they're adjusting for that.
That's literally just how a fatal works, I think.
Really a nice shot from Jaw.
Let's watch again.
But look at how
So he has a
quickly
trail
they
that sends it there,
ult combo.
and they're both
Two
low
players getting
HP.
caught with that decay
Bro, he
break
was
so
only
well.
aiming at King. Yeah, but they're fucking low HP, and the other guy ran into King.
It was literally just the Fade Ult decay that made that possible.
One guy here. One guy there, Razor is here.
My argument is that
Low
after
HP.
2023 Fnatic, 2023 EG was the greatest team synergy we've ever seen before and since.
No, I would say 2023 was an odd year because it was like the teams that were good were very good. Like, I mean, I've said this before, but the top 4 at 2023 champs is the best top 4 we've
Wait,
had.
you guys have said the top 3, how about the bottom 3 teams ever in
Ooh.
VCT history? D-rank it.
The rest of G2 are here.
The bottom 3.
I mean, what did Leviathan do from here? They're trying to
Another
work forward.
just
That's gonna be
fucking
2
crazy
kills.
B fight. I mean, the harbor wall's
So
down now.
low. When the dust settles,
Yeah, they just
when it
love
clears,
tucking in this box, Lev. It's
2
kind
on
of
2
crazy.
now.
Jaw still has nade, and Spike's the one with.
They got
Well, the spike.
Astra ult here.
Gets the plant down. No, he doesn't.
Kobe.
Splattered in the attempt. King has 45 seconds. All the time in the world to navigate this situation.
Right, I think let's for worst 3 partnership teams.
one's
One,
showing up on his
I think we have to
screen.
not
Discipline
consider Ascension teams.
Especially now as these fakes become obvious.
I think we have to include teams that have been, let's say, teams that have been there
Run
since
back
the
and
start.
commit into this one. G2 could be anywhere now. And they're right inside of the walls. Right there is Leaf.
And I would almost say as well,
Leaf reads that so well.
it's
Knowing
tough
the
to
first couple
count
tabs are gonna be fakes,
2025
tough to
Fury.
count
letting that
China as
time
much
tick
because
and-
they had a year
and
less as well.
contacting up in the perfect moment. It's a great round win for G2.
Right, so If we were doing this before the season started, Furia would be number 1, I think, and it wouldn't be
As
close.
Koi DFM or Secret even made a playoffs or one Ascension.
The Koi aren't here now. Rip. I'm going to make the rules that they have to have been in every year. DFM definitely are in there. I mean, since partnership began, Zeta haven't... Oh no, Zeta made champs, didn't they, in 2023? Have made an international. DFM are definitely up there. C9 haven't made an international, but their overall win percentage is much higher, probably, than some of these other teams. And I think, yeah, Global are worse, have been worse than C9. Team Secret? God, is it all Pacific? Is it actually just Pacific teams? You would argue KC? I'm not against KC either. I think KC is a bit of a sleeper.
Come
DFM
on,
worse than
leave
Global?
Koi
I think
alone.
DFM are
They're
worse than
already
Global
dead
because their
enough.
2023
Don't
team
drown
was
us
so
further.
bad. KC went to Madrid? Yeah, I know KC went to Madrid, but it's funny to put them on there, isn't it?
Back towards A. Remember, Jaw had a read that there would be an A ramps dive 2 rounds ago.
23
wrong.
BBL went
He's
0-9.
here
Yeah, but
again with the operator,
BBL
and
are now
this
at
time
an... I've
might
been
get
to an
rewarded.
international.
Call a timeout just to
And also it's
straight
recent
into
and
the
online. That's
operator.
why we're not talking about Furia.
To see it. Unless
Because let's be real,
the
Furia
approach
would
is
literally be
critical.
number
First
1
shot goes wide.
before this
Spike
year.
stalled out for a moment. And whoa, Geronimo is satcheling towards an ulting Omen. What on earth is going on? This
What's
is
Neon doing?
just ridiculous. As Sato now finds his way down into the vents. Leviathan up a man, now up 2. That's a 3K
He
for
accidentally
Sato.
grabbed the rope.
Yeah.
Fallon's rewalking.
That was almost like muscle memory. You know how they silently dropped down the rope? That felt like...
Sato on for the ace.
That felt like a
Even
bit of
has to
muscle
run it
memory
back
from
to try
Baby Bay
and
almost.
Hunt down this last member. But hey, I
Maybe,
guess the
maybe he
timeout
was
paid
trying, I'm
off
not even
when it
sure.
all- when
Maybe
it
he
all
didn't know he
clears
was there.
away.
Just an insane route that they cooked up there.
Here we go, Sato, what can you find? I mean,
Pacific
come on,
has
Trent.
always been the best
Let's give him a
region.
chance. Go for
G
the
is
duel.
historically better than C9.
Oh, come on.
He will have seen him with that.
Going for something here, going for some kills on the way out. No ace to be
I'll
found.
be
but we
sad
are
if the
all
VOD
tied
fathers
up in
pick
half.
EDG. Well, I'm still picking EDG.
Yeah, an interesting
Unlucky.
call there to commit
Don't
that
care.
timeout. They make it work with another fast execute. Really close back and
Pacific has
forth
definitely
danger
not
yet
always
again.
been the best region either, by the way.
Look at this play. He's getting prowlered. He's nearsighted. Can't hear anything. Satcheling with a short
In 2023,
Watching it from
Pacific
the
was
other
not the best
perspective
region.
is so funny. Just flying in as Sato is killing his teammate.
Sometimes you watch around and you just love Valorant.
Yeah.
And that's one of those rounds. Sato wasn't loving it.
No.
Okay,
You might love
6-6.
some more
Chaotic half. Harbor walls everywhere. B hits galore. Debates in the TMV chat. But yeah, I would say worst goes to DFM. I think it is all Pacific. What's the argument for EDG? More regional championships than NRG. Won a champs. Have a top 3. Bigger cultural impact. Best bundle sellers. Literal, the only reason the game will live. China. We have them to thank. If you like this game, then you have EDG to thank. Plus, as bad as you think EDG are, EDG have never been as bad as NRG were. At that, well, what point was that? 2024? EDG have never been that bad. They've not been great, but they've never been that bad. Even though they have been bad.
And Leviathan might be looking for something right down.
But they've never been that bad.
Makes a trap play to start. G2 on the other side. 4 towards A main.
Now, I kind of forgot that the A side of the map existed up until round 12. Nice to see that G2 are reminding us that, yeah, you still can play this side of the map.
Okay, let's see what they do with the harbor.
Here.
Yeah, really heavily rotating into this. Ready to
Oh,
replay
very
round.
clear.
Yeah, watch these flashes, Sato. To be so effective with that is,
Hello?
oh my word, Jogamo up and around.
How
the
have two of them
two-piece
died to the
on
nade?
the paint
They got
shells.
seized?
He was literally levitating above them that entire fight.
Unbelievable. G2.
Well,
I
another
guess win
pistol
the
for
round.
G2.
Is he playing zero gravity? Is
that
he in
4
space?
pistols?
Can we get that in slow motion like he is literally just an astronaut?
Yeah, please show this to me. Okay, fully blind. Satchel. Satchel. Look, 2 people dying under him, and he's nade.
Yeah, I believe we had a poll.
Well, he actually kind of
Yeah,
missed the
they're all
nade, and
looking
it
up
bounced to like the
is that a
perfect spot.
UFO?
Yep. Shout out the C's coming in from Trent as well. Nice. I want to know what Baby Bass said.
Yeah. Oh, what a round. Well, that's 2 pistols,
Well,
1 for
they're
G2.
gonna just go away.
You can see some of that early utility. Throws out a whirlpool.
Obviously, with the
to
Harbor
try and
versus a Viper, I mean,
control
the
aura
roles
to
are
start the
completely
round, but
reversed, right? Like, you're
Leviathan
gonna...
love there being
The
more.
Astra is gonna be the lurk, and the
It's our best
Harbor,
friend.
most rounds, I would
Fortunately,
assume.
they've had to ban
Gonna be with the
site
team.
for it. And as we learned on Breeze, and the last time they played this G2 comp, with the Harbor, with the Astra, with the Vise, is really tough to retake into. Of course, Lev will probably just look to die to the spike this round.
I would say A-Site's a little tough to mass die to the spike if you're Leviathan. Sometimes teams will exit out through your own side of the map, but we'll see. No heaven control for G2, might make it a little simpler.
I really like how deep you're going on them being able to die to the spike.
Let's see.
Sato does want
Wait,
orbs,
what?
When would
As you
VFL
are,
at China if
so
ever?
why not?
Well,
Phoenix.
we use VLR to get the
Everyone else, they can die to the
points.
spike.
And
Sato,
VLR with China games are still
even in these losing
unreliable.
rounds, is gonna win the tempo
And I
race.
doubt that's going to change in a less structured era, to be honest. So
That's what I was talking about with the hunts, though. Jogamo trying to take a chance to.
I'm not going to say it's impossible. And honestly, it might be more possible if the cups are like only 8 teams or something.
Pretty
If the
fast
cups
rounds
aren't very
for
big and
G2.
there isn't
Both
many
of
teams
these
to
just
choose from,
slamming towards
maybe I
A.
will add China to it.
Interested to see if that's a theme as they continue. This comp does have pretty good exec power. I think that's the biggest change with new Harbor compared to old, that he now has a piece of CC utility to actually help and executes and kind of act as a pseudo-initiator.
It can be pretty effective when you have a Seize on one side and Whirlpool on the other, threat of a nade going down with either.
Yeah, lets you go pretty quick when you want to. But of course, you're also playing double smokes. So you can play these slower control rounds. I think a lot of this half is going to be trying to bait out trap.
You want to make the cups 8 teams?
Flash with the neon slide.
They wouldn't make an
A lot of
18
great
Masters.
tools
DMV,
to
don't be
hold and
stupid.
then
That's what you would have
refight
told me in
into with all that
2023.
utility.
Yeah, cool tech there from
They'll
Neon.
never make an
He
18
switches over to
Masters,
the
DMV.
alternate way you can drop down smokes. You can
They'll
still
never
see
bring
what's
down
in
the
front of you.
internationals.
Just
That's the
jiggling
fucking
with that
flagship.
smoke ready.
They'll want the viewership high for the internationals, DMV. They will never make an 18 Masters.
G2 now make their step. Haunt catches on
They see the judge
the
there?
neon. The
Two
neon.
are going to regret
Prowler?
this if
do we
they
have
keep
it?
moving forward into vents. I
Prowler?
fear.
Prowler?
It's a judge.
Prowler the trail? Prowler?
And they
Prowler the
regret it
trail?
instantly. Okay, Spike pulled off on the
Prowler?
last shot. Salif will get the kill. That just blows things up now. Although, this guy's a little bit on his own over
I don't
towards
really
A.
know why
Good
Giacomo
first
went
shot to
Heaven and
connect.
Baby Bay just
Now
instantly
support in
sprinted
form
through a
of
Viper
Sato.
wall to try and take
That's
that
made
fight.
its way back into screens. G2 going on a
30 seconds
reconnaissance mission, considering their options back into defense spawn.
left. One enemy remaining.
But that is just not
This
going to work
round, this
at
round a
all.
little cooked from
Leviathan only
G2.
lose the one in the round.
Yeah, keep it a one-round game here. Make it look pretty clean
Mr.
on that
TMV, you
anti-eco.
said yours is still good. Where is he?
I'm interested
Look, I'm still standing. I'm still standing on business on this. By the way, I'm not giving up.
I think, like, I was mentioning before, it's not
I
just
think this is purely psychological that Yoru feels worse, but I think Yoru still fulfills a pretty unique niche in the game and can be used still pretty well.
I do think it would be good when you're playing into this Harbor comp where you really don't want to play Retake against it.
Sure. You're probably not just like full sprinting at them like you might see with like other Neon comps, but with the Phoenix popping
Well, Flash is brutal. I still stand by. If Yoru came out like this, you would think he was a decent agent. It's just because you're used to the previous version, you think it's shit. But when an agent gets heavily nerfed from like, you know, S+ tier to fucking, you know, B tier or whatever, it feels like a giga nerf. But the agent is still B tier. But it just feels worse because you're used to S+.
Phoenix and Neon are showing up to mid now, but Thorns make it so hard for them.
But if the agent just started BT, you'd be like, oh, this agent's pretty good.
Just to provide that layer of protection for Jogamo to advance through heaven. Not a moment wasted.
Oh, nice by Baby Bay.
Is there just in the
This is the thing. Do you want to run through a harbor wall? Oh, look at the chaos this is causing. Look at the value there. I'm not even sure if that's. I'm not even, you know, that's one of those harbor wall things where did they mean that? Is that something they practiced? I couldn't tell you. Is it just kind of random that, you know, he just carried on the wall and just went there and it gave him that value? I don't know, but it worked.
Saving here.
And the classic Lev save.
Rather than go for damage when G2's money's in a less good position and they have 3K on.
Remember when no one played Viper after the one snake
exactly, yeah.
orb pick of Nerf? Exact same shit for Yoru.
If they're considering ultimates as well, where Jogamo Trent not too far
The point is, if you can still do something that's unique and good,
I do want to laud G2 though for the util usage on that round.
then you're good.
Laud them, please.
Like, I don't know what else to say to you. Like, can Yoru still do something that literally no other agent can do and is strong?
Went into the execute. You saw the whirlpool went towards back site, which means no one could be flooding from that direction either.
Well, then that has a niche then, doesn't it? And then that has a use. Like Yoru has a use then, doesn't it? And whether you want to use that use or not is up to you. It depends on the map. It depends on what you deem important.
And that's what's so cool about Harbor is that every round your opponent has to sight read.
But like people saying that like Yoru is completely unplayable, well no, because he has a niche that is good. It's a useful thing that he can still do.
So quick thinking is your best friend.
Connor Raw, thanks for the $2.
Against it.
Neon Drought after a double slide got taken. Yeah. I mean, exactly. We just go like. I mean, it's like with. It's like with so many. I mean, yeah, you could bring up countless examples. Like literal countless examples.
Want to go for this fight too? Run it back, ready to go. Sato.
I think that this is a particularly big version.
Ready for it is G2.
He's just not allowed to fight. A whirlpool, a smoke, everything to stop him.
This angle that Jaws in too is just beautiful as well. Fully protected from Mail.
Where does that need go?
That's stunned though, and he is in trouble.
Ooh.
Good support out from Trent, but
nice re-clear.
That fight goes all Leviathan's way.
G2 well, I was about to say Leaf.
Man.
Probably a little slow to get to this fight, to be honest. Oh, he goes for the recall, and Sato, I don't think was ready for that. Again, better to be early with a Vice ult than late. Does take some time to pump.
Blows towards spawn.
Well, they're not expecting the flank just yet, though.
Spike plant unlocks the Nightfall.
Okay, you see one guy there. Now the question is, where's the other guy? You got two guys facing towards him right now. Oh, now just one guy facing towards him.
These positions are really nice. Good trade out of Baby Bay. Patient with it as well. Out into the corner, Baby Bay's looking the wrong way.
King absolutely fucking mega outplayed him there.
King had held his ground. Calm, cool, collected for the IGL.
King gets his revenge in that one-on-one.
I mean, they lost that round to where they planted the spike, really. Because again, if they plant open, Baby Bay can just go heaven. Because it's not, they can't. That's a bad loss, though. I mean, King's timing on that was really nice, but the fact they didn't consider it at all, like considering what happened previous in the round, right? Like they have fought mid. Like if they have fought this, and then you just ran this way,
As G2
Normally, I would
back
think
over
that people
towards
might
A.
be more aware that this is a bigger possibility than normal, right? Like if they fought you here and it's gone back and forth.
Leviathan still have their double duelists over on ramp.
Those type of rounds are the ones that LEV really needs to win when they're brawling so
Yeah,
much.
that could have been like G2 kind of cementing the game somewhat because their money would have been
clutch
pretty
late
shit.
rounds. It's good to see them stepping up. It's kind of where they failed on Breeze.
Yeah, G2 had seen this Prowler thrown out a couple of times, so this time they waited out. Now
And
step back
G2
in
playing pretty grouped
after
up.
Leviathan have backed up into vents.
You see how proactive this duelist
Again, this A
duo
side does
is. Already
exist.
here to fight.
Oh, some good damage felt by Jaw.
Just come back to the full exec. I don't love Joe using a satchel there.
Could retreat if they wanted to, but now by dropping down the wall, signaling their intent.
And walk through their own harbor wall.
Leviathan choose to fall back instead. They accept the fact they've stalled out G2 for the time being and bunker down on site.
Yeah, I like that call. Be willing to
See, I still think with
force
Harbor,
this
like,
utility to clear heaven and then
for a
give
team
the
that's only
space
playing Harbor,
for
I
whoever
really,
has
really
played
wish
with
they
them.
had some more creative ideas of like doing some walls and shit that you literally just can't, you know, like stuff that you literally can't do. Like, you know, interesting, unique entry pathing,
I mean, at this
you know,
point,
a
G2
wall
what are
that
they
even
doing?
like,
Now
you know,
making presence felt.
maybe go something
It's
like
gotta
that,
be time to go now from G2. It'll be down to the wire.
right? And then you do like a weird A split through that,
The back of their mind, Shogamo steps into the line.
you know, and just create
Trades
some
and the killer's
chaos that
there.
like no one has ever
Sato
dealt with
slipped
before.
into the back of sight.
We just gotta stick
Spike
it.
still just about to go down.
Last player standing.
They comes around the other
Sato
side.
4,
It's
okay.
four
Another
for
Sato 4, okay. It's gonna be a Nico probably.
That round, G2 gave themselves absolutely no options. Leviathan
Oh
had a
yeah,
full
not a
read
great
as to
round
what
from
was
G2.
going
They
on.
started that round stacked up on A and then just,
All they had to do was
like,
sit
you gotta
and wait.
commit.
And G2
If you're gonna stack up, you gotta commit.
Choosing to fight into the site and bunker instead of continue the brawl towards heaven. That was a really great choice. And just some beautiful shooting from Sato there.
Ooh, blows a kiss on the way out.
That's enough to shore up the round. So they're cooking something now. Game is tied. A couple of these close late rounds go their way. And now the
Got
ultimate
Phoenix
start
ult as
flowing.
well.
This is feeling good for Leviathan.
Yeah,
G2 down
that
onto
clutch
their
that they lost
Stingers
G2,
and
I'm kind of
Sheriffs.
surprised we haven't seen this time out.
But Jaw still got that showstopper. See if it comes into play now. Wonder if G2 are thinking about re-clearing B main.
Okay, ideally, you want to
How
get out this
often
Phoenix ult.
it is
That's
that
your goal
Leviathan
this
have
round.
played for that.
Yeah, I've loved fighting for this orb.
There's
Same.
that
You
jiggle
can
again.
get out
Yeah.
the Fatal as well.
Prowler to find Neon. Here we go. Showstopper committed before anything else, and it
Oh,
delivers.
they go for the ult.
Neon has fully abandoned the site. A lost cause here.
If you just
As
wait
now
out
back
this
in
ult.
comes Sato. A second leash on life for him. As he charges on forward, sent back
Jaw
by
did
Trent.
die to that.
There it is. One on the return as Fallon now steps into the 4. Keep your eyes on Baby Bay all the way on the other side of the map. He is nowhere near to help his team. Now Sato's turned his attention back to heaven.
Well, left take the
Leviathan have
lead.
the lead.
Okay, maybe now we got the timeout. They did get out the ults, so that is like a
They'll wait until
positive.
a lot of
They
first
did use
steps
all 3 ults
pushing
there.
into this utility. But here, it has really been good out of him. 18 and 12 right now. It's
But
so
this
impactful
it's a round that
in
they
those
could have
retakes.
won,
This is a
really.
4 on 5 for Lev to try and solve.
You know, when they get that kill and they kill the Phoenix ult, Joe does die to the Molly, which is not good.
The help of blows.
Blows gets 2.
Very aware. That's where these last couple players would be.
Trent not liking that round after getting a
Now you
few
take a
nice
timeout.
shots to be taken out in the manner.
But yeah, I just like to see for a team playing Perma Harbor, like, you know, when they go B, they do a wall. When they go away, do a wall. You know, I just think like that makes me wonder, like, well, why play this agent then? Right? Like, I feel like if you're gonna play this agent to its maximum, you need to have like more creativity. You need to have more kind of like on the fly weird ideas. As Mimi would say about Paper X, you gotta be jazz. You know, that's what Harbor can do. Harbor can be jazz. You know, I'm gonna play a note here that doesn't really fit the key. That kind of shit. And then you know, the rest of your team has to be good enough to be like, yeah, I can go along with that and also add to this and make it sound weird and funky.
Maybe afraid of those refights, and they want to have numbers to be able to bring it in, but...
And it is scary. If you don't know where the Phoenix or the Neon is, it's very threatening to an Extremity player.
Something's got to change, and it's going to be BabyBay active down on A.
Well, asked for it, got it immediately. Takes his
You know what I
foot off
mean?
the
Like,
rip.
it's not that there's anything wrong with the walls they're doing, but like, the hub wall is a good ability now, especially that people can't see over it. It's like, okay, yeah, you've done a normal wall
I know
again.
that LEV likes to go for walks, likes to get proactive. If they lose a player early like this.
Sorry, does Giacomo have a Spectre? Poor
Yeah.
guy. No one can give him a gun?
The run and gun merchant, you don't want him with that weapon?
So sad. So he won't be the one leading the charge yet.
Okay, spike in deep.
Mid is a problem. With how far Spike's worked down, BabyBay soon to meet him. Spike stepping out into the open.
Well, timing was very bad for him
right
there. I mean, that should be a clue that they're going B. I mean, that was the guy who was on A.
Something could be Neon in the corner. He breaks it himself.
What are these guys doing, man?
Where's the rest of the team?
What the fuck is the rest of this team doing?
And Neon has
What, if you don't get a free sight, you just fucking cower in fear? What the fuck are they doing?
Into a B split. But
that is horrific Valorant from G2.
Again, a second chance to end this round.
How does he find himself here again?
Oh my
no
god,
luck
and
this
Neon
time
whips.
around. King's taking his place on site. 15 seconds. Kill the spike, stay alive. That is the mission. He's in a good position to do so. That's the first achieved. The second falls, but BabyBay is there for a third kill on the round. Blows down the 1-on-2. BabyBay steps up.
I don't love the way he played that.
Blow's not even wasting a moment. Silent on the drop, but he's right there.
He does get a fall, okay.
Again, this guy's
Baby
been
boy.
unleashed.
What did they feed him today? Since coming back from Santiago, BabyBay has been an absolute beast for G2. And have no doubt, he won that round single-handedly.
By himself. The opener,
Yep.
the pick in mid.
That
was a
insane,
crazy
catching
bait
that
on
timing.
Jaw. That's like unbelievable levels of bait on Jaw.
Swing, good night, Sato. And then this catch as well.
Just like the Omen
Even further
did they
on, he's not
flash?
getting these kills. There's 10 seconds
Even
left.
if they
That's
did.
a guaranteed loss for G2. Already getting back into the next round. Viper's Pit.
But we're fucking
Up in
8
mid for
seconds
Lev.
into the round. Like, if this was Pacific, the round would be half over.
For G2. Guardian in Trent's hand. A Spectre once more for Jaw. The G2 on a reset back into A. Fully ignoring out the pit in mid.
And with Lev not having a true sentinel, unlike G2, makes the concept of just going for a fast hit into an A site a little more tenable.
We'll see, though.
You know what I mean? Like, again, I'd like to see walls, like, what if you saw this Viper Spit and you did do a B hit, but you did a wall, like, you know, up through here and then like this. And then the Viper's wondering if you're walking here, and also you're threatening a B hit. It's those kind of, like, little creative things that I think...
And now a quick rotation. Leviton already have 4 players on this site. This is a big gamble.
You know, it's just like, it's not there.
No one actually waiting down there. Does mean they have the site, but the ramp retake is where it's coming down to.
It comes down to BabyBay again. Prowler doesn't catch
Oh,
him.
this is tough,
He
though.
has a moment
That's
here.
a judge.
It's a shotgun.
Yeah,
Does he
tough.
have it? No. Spike better this time around.
You kind of have to
Giacomo
push
advances
this.
on the other side.
Respect it still.
1v1 waiting for him as well.
Oh, the
Paranoia
Phoenix
goes wide.
Mo
His
is
feet are
crazy.
burned and Does has no idea where to go. But the
Valen.
rest of G2 on site.
Wallin.
The Smokes duo lighting up the kill feed. The
TP's
reckoning
past
as
it, what a
well.
play!
But
What
there
a
goes
play!
Neon is there.
He TP'd past the ult. That was so sick from Neon.
So sweet. Wait, make some noise too. King is trying to get active here. Heard too many golf claps this afternoon. Wants to bring it right back into G2's face.
Man, show me that from Neon's perspective. Watch how on point this is. Here's the ult, TP's up, and Valen's expecting a player to be a free kill.
One enemy
Instead,
remaining.
it's 2 pick for Neon.
2v3.
It's King on the other side. And that is Lev.
Pretty crazy from those guys.
Lead.
King has been enjoying it.
I mean,
this day
they
as well.
sound, they genuinely
Not the first time I've seen him
sound
stand
like
up and ask for a
the
little bit
fucking
more.
Mii's
Now
from Wii
G2.
Sports.
On that clip again. A
Oh!
broken by. Leviathan on the verge of 12.
G2 basically forced to play for overtime here. Unless they could do something truly heroic.
And be careful of speaking too soon. G2 always a problem.
They won 2 rounds with only hero weapons on Breeze.
This 1-2 punch from Leviathan could be brutal.
1 hour of silence interrupted by me.
Position. With some support by King. We'll see how it goes. Combo goes the wrong direction into vents. And Sato's taking his time for now.
I mean, Walin's gonna need to take a fight here.
In good positions themselves. Sun goes out, Jogamo for the first, but Spike not too far behind. Jogamo on 2 already, and Spike can't pick up the gun. Eyes on Neon, the hero in the last round gets another, and is breaking all the utility himself. It's too much, as he is overwhelmed when all is said and done. And now Spike
And the G2 Stinger beats any of your fucking guns.
Speak too soon.
Motherfucker, you want to talk about overpowered guns? Talk about the fucking G2 Stinger.
Somehow ahead in this round. And now blows.
Another chaotic, scrappy round.
Takes his time.
Bro, stop clapping like that.
This guy's fighting his inner demons back in mid right now. Like, where are these guys? They're ghosts. They're in my walls. No, they're all on site. Blows can't even play the round.
Fucking go and save. Oh no, Lev. Money no good.
It's G2 keeping 3 alive. Winning
Plus 4 eco so far and 4 pistols.
tying this game yet again.
That's tough.
Not just that, Trent doesn't have.
That's live.
So that's all good.
That's
Not too
live.
far either from a Razor.
That's what the people say.
As well. Those are going to come into play in the
You're
next 2
on
deciding
high in
rounds
April.
here in regulation.
Shut down by G2 in late April.
In that loss against MIBR to show up and deliver in these big rounds.
I was not looking at the stream and then I started hearing some weird noise. Sorry
And you
TMV,
got to feel
Booty
for
need
Spike there.
context.
He had this position where he could have pinched through, but G2's util absolutely suffocates him. Thorns
Context
could
is,
push up and actually trade out his
I
teammates as they were getting slaughtered
had sex
by the
with
Bandit.
your mother.
Leviathan sinking everything into this round. And even then, still a shotgun and a pistol. G2 will take their time at the start.
Oh no.
King pressured back.
It's that same element of utility they showed in the last round, except this time, G2 repositioned back onto A.
And Lev start to walk away. Had 3 players on A, and now they get worried about the space in mid they gave.
Here it comes once more. Except this time, the thorns are broken on the ledge. Options for Leviathan to pop out if they want to, but that wall is so hard to pass through regardless that Leviathan are just going to fight over ramps again.
A change from Baby.
Oh.
He's been caught here before. Now he plays far more
I
passive.
get it down. They are not playing for heaven / ramp really at all in these A post match
That'll help
G2.
out Baby Bay if it comes down to him in the clutch.
They're very happy to just kind of hold site, which most teams are not happy to do this. Most teams think we're about to just get fucking obliterated by everybody's utility they've got.
Give anything to John, he will tear you apart. Here they come.
They just want the chaos.
Use that wall to pass over to the other side and Spike to strike first.
Maybe they should. There's a reason why no one does this.
4 in a row. It's gonna have to come down to Baby Bay, and it will fall
Okay,
with
note for
him
G2,
too. Leviathan
learn how
right
to play A
back on
post
top.
plan.
That was a flawless eco retake from Leviathan.
Beautiful.
And now you
Doesn't
made me
get
lose
much
the game
better
because
than
of that.
right there.
No. And the work that they did with Spike on the judge, the space he created
Trivia
for the rest of
question,
the team to
who was the
trade.
highest
This has
rated
been a
player
game
at
that has been
Champions
defined by who
2025?
is better in the
2025
chaos. Who can play around the
champs.
litany of smokes.
And Anji won it.
And this time it's Lev. Look at the timing there, the
went?
coordination that they're all
Kiko.
swinging backside with.
Ow, Aspas.
And now the task falls to G2. You want overtime, deliver on another round with SMGs.
How do they craft this one? And how does Leviathan change it to? G2 want to go back into mid.
Just realized you're not watching MLB All Loud. No. This map will determine will I stop here or not.
Watch the utility.
Oh.
The
Didn't
hunt
see
is
him.
broken. Sato is in the clear, and now he's into the smoke. He's going absolutely mad. That is ridiculous, Leviathan. They want this
GG.
game right here, right now. That duelist duo completely evaporates. The lineup.
Considering they
on G2's
lost both
side,
pistols, I
and
think they
once
were
again,
definitely the better
in
team
the
on this
blink
map,
of an
Lev.
eye, it
They
is
lost both
just
pistols.
Baby Bay left on his
They're still
own.
gonna win.
And that spike is
I can't
unrecoverable.
believe that G2 in that round played.
They've turned this
Now,
game around
to be honest, let's see as well.
through some
Will G2 play Harbor
improbable
instead of
moments.
Viper on Bind? Because that is, I
Just
think, a pretty
kill
big
away
sacrifice.
from earning that third map.
More so than probably
Neon
any other map.
delivers it. Leviathan. You thought they were out.
Phoenix increasing pick rate? I think we've already started to see that, to be honest. I think we're seeing more and more teams kind of go in for Phoenix. But yeah, any map where they play this Phoenix stuff, I think Lev look pretty decent. But yeah, we will have to see how really in are you? Right, I'm going back to this. I will figure this out before the next map. I will get this. Odd number of neighboring Rob. I don't know what I was doing. Exactly one innocent in column D is neighboring Salil. Salil has one innocent neighboring him. One of these two is innocent. Exactly 2 of the 3 criminals neighboring Salil are on the edges. You're on an edge. One of you 2 is on an edge. And that's basically telling me the same thing. Only one of the 7 criminals on the edges is Donna's neighbor. One of you 2 is innocent, one of you 2 is guilty. Only one of the 3 criminals in column D. So there's 3 criminals in column D. Donna's neighbor. Yeah, one of these 2 is innocent, one of these 2 is innocent, and they're like pairs, and they're guilty. There are more criminals in column A. Criminals in column A than column C. I feel like I need more. This one isn't telling me anything right now. Let's come back to that. There's an odd number of innocents neighboring Rob. This, I think, must be the clue that tells me. An odd number of innocents neighboring Rob. So if Rob has 3 around him. 1, 2, 3. Either has 1 or 3. So basically, that means that these 2 are either both guilty or they're both innocent. We know that one of these is. So these 2 are paired the same. These 2 are paired different. These 2 are paired different. These 2 are paired the same. Okay? There are 7 criminals on the edge. We have 3. We know that there are 2 more here. That would be a 6th. We also know that there are more criminals in column A than there are in column C. So there's at least 1 more here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then potentially 7, but this could be another one of them here. If it was you, hold on. If it was you, you were both guilty. You would be both innocent. If only one of you was, then only one of these would be, but it'd have to not be Donna. It'd have to not be Donna in any instance, no? Can Donna not be guilty? Oh no, because then you can be innocent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be the 7. No, but then no, Donna has to be innocent. Because then you would have to be guilty to have more. Get the fuck in. Oh, unfortunately, Donna didn't give me a clue. Why not? Fuck, I was hoping that would be a clue. Right. Fuck. Why didn't that give me a clue? Right, so either both of these are guilty and Igor is... Well, I mean, Igor could... In the world of probability, if Igor is probably innocent, because either one of these is guilty and Igor is innocent, or he could still be innocent even if they're both guilty, and still that would be correct. One of you two is guilty. But right now, Igor, you look innocent, but you still might be guilty. But you have like a 2/3 chance of being innocent. Actually, you have a 3/4 chance of being innocent, statistically. Because half of the time you're always innocent, and the other half of the time you're innocent. That's not how this game works, unfortunately, but that would be true in the real world. This game is called Clues by Sam. There are more criminals in column A than column C. Right, so if one of the 3 criminals in column D is Donna's neighbor, I feel like there must be a way of working out like these two in particular. There's a lot of clues about Salil. I feel like these two, between Zoe the elephant and Nick. How can an elephant be guilty? What did these do? Oh, I think that's just... What is a hint? The hint just tell you what it is? Right, let's see. There's an odd number of innocents neighboring Rob. So again, these two are tied together. There's 7 on the outside. You're both guilty. You're guilty. Where are the Donna ones? One of the 3 criminals in column D is Donna's neighbor. There's 3 criminals here, yeah. More criminals in column A than column C. One of the 7 criminals... Nothing about how many is on Donna. No. Right, there's 7 on the edge. Go 4. Go 4. We know there must be a 5th in A. Wait, we know that we've got 4. We know there must be a 5th here. Wait, actually. And we know that there's 1, 2 there. So you are innocent. And you're innocent. Holy fuck. And you're innocent as well, no? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Like, well, let's just say it's Nick. 5. And one of these is 6. Then one of you is 7. There has to be more than in that. I learned to count. Learn to count the edges and you fucking cook. There's an odd number of criminals neighboring Donna. Oh, I know it's one of these two, so you're innocent. There are exactly 4 innocents in row 1. In row 1. Megan only has one neighbor, one innocent neighbor on the edges. Where's Megan? Get the fuck in. Let's fucking go. Holy fuck. I'm getting there. What did I do? I fucking solved the murder. It was the elephant the whole fucking time. The fucking elephant the whole time. Literally all I had to do was count. That was so much easier than I was thinking. What I fucking worked out was fucking crazy. I went so fucking many layers deep to work out that... Who was it? Donna was innocent or something? And I didn't even need to. I was like, if this is this, then this must mean that. And that means the Donna, therefore, must be therefore this, and therefore that, and therefore that. When in reality, I could have just gone, well, if you count 4 and then go 1, 2, 1, 2, then oh, fucking hell. Bish, bash, bosh, you must be innocent. Well, they are playing Phoenix, and they are playing Viper. So even G2 believe in the Viper on bind. I would say that's a good call. They're playing no flash though, with a Vice still. Let's see. LEV versus G2. People criticized my power rankings earlier. Now they're silent as they worry that it's 1-1 in maps. They worry that their little take is wrong. They don't like when the heat is turned up on them. Let's see what happens.
Lost back-to-back group stage.
No flash with a Vice? Bruh.
Something new if they fall here.
Yes, no flash with a Vice.
Be a massive moment for them. Massive turnaround from kickoff.
Well, that would of course mean that Leviathan start off the stage 2-0.
I think a G2 hard believing in Vice. I mean, I think Vice is a good counter to Neon, so therefore there are definitely worse picks. Oh my!
It is beautiful.
Doesn't help when your Vice dies like that though.
That's a big head to find. Those thorns down now, just Valen here to police A.
G2 claps these frauds on split. He says as they lost split despite winning both pistols. You do you.
And, well, it's really just Leaf here now. His teammates going on a walk down out of B. So he'll take his time.
Pretty slow on this flank. You already see Neon tucked deep, able to jiggle for that exact flank.
Yeah,
whoever's making these comps is a terrorist.
Has given a window.
Spelling certainly not the TMV chatter's speciality.
To leave even an inch. This could be a problem.
Okay, Neon getting a kill there should win them the round.
Get one of those flankers dealt with, but Leaf is
dead.
Really a terror.
Oh yeah, they did.
On this Viper. Too much for him to do left in this round. So the pistol will go Leviathan's way after getting shut out of both of them on split.
Yeah, great opener there, getting the pick onto Baby Bay towards short, and then getting a highlight of some of what the value
like that from you, Mike. What's this Viper wall do? This is the Viper wall that is basically like...
Once it's out of the teammate's view.
It's still our short Viper wall, but we want to use the AWP somewhere else.
Just really pretty.
Some teams decide to just stick with the normal Viper wall and just say, fuck it, don't give a fuck.
Neon as well. Bringing that hype we saw
But
towards the
some
end of map
teams,
1, or map 2 rather, into this one as well.
some teams will just go like,
With those 2
fuck
kills
it,
says,
don't
I'm gonna
care.
go ahead and
You
take
can
a
be here if you want. I'll
sheriff
just shoot you,
in my
and I'll
hands.
just walk up this part
That'll
anyway.
be long for now.
Or
Leviathan
you'll, you know,
doing
not be
similar
looking
early
at it the whole
conditioning.
round.
They really like to
Other teams decide,
have one
nah, we
road
don't
that
like
they
that.
show you round after
Let's just
round
cut
after
it off
round.
there. It still gets us
Some
most of the
quick
way there.
rounds in between.
We can still walk up the
Winning
first
whistle's
part
really
and then just
important
exit out of
for
it anyway.
Leviathan. They
You know, off the
lost
box,
both
it's
on
fine.
last map.
And you can put your orb
And
on
I think
B
that
or,
really could have been
well,
the difference.
yeah,
in that
normally you're putting it B long.
dominant win in the end, especially when you're playing attack into vice, double smokes, and you're playing this Neon Phoenix comp that doesn't have any dive that can actually go over that utility. It's big to get your start early.
I'm curious to see how this Phoenix continues to perform on bind now. Of course, I think on the defense side, I almost like it a little bit better with those pop flashes around the tight corners for fighting for space like this.
Yeah, you played a lot like how you would play the Sky in that position.
Yeah, it's so good. I think such a good agent. It just like when you play with one other teammate with you and you sort of swing off one another, have that flash ready to go. Super effective. Okay, King. No headshot this time.
We don't really talk about it in
They all TP to him. He gets a kill, that's good.
That you do not wanting a flash agent here.
Man, what
Sticking
happened
just
to
a
my
fade in
America's
terms of
farming
initiation.
team?
America's
I have
got
a flash.
better.
Yeah, fair enough.
It isn't just a farmers region
Not sure
anymore.
if it counts exactly.
Like, if we're being real, like last year
That's an easy
America's
cleanup
was,
in the end. You see
and I did
Southern
hop on
passing his
on
red
this
over,
all
so
last year, but
for
like
all Torps. Good
America's
luck,
was
Heck, if
bad
you're playing
last year.
Phoenix, you want to die,
Like,
you
obviously
want
there
to
was
kill,
multiple-
or
And he is just going to get the kill. So
that'll work.
there was multiple
Best of it all
terrible
right there
teams.
for
You know, your
Flawless.
2Gs and Furious last year were truly
Antica.
dreadful. But I mean,
So now a real
you know,
look at what G2
it wasn't like
is
EG were good.
looking up here. Seen both
30
these rounds,
seconds left.
You know, like there was a group of teams that were like better than the truly awful teams.
on that pistol round.
But it wasn't like you would say 100 Thieves didn't have a good year. They weren't very good.
Playing off your stall utility and forcing Lev into
You know, like
bad
100 Thieves from
fights as you
kickoff
either try to bait that
looked a lot
out
better than
or
100 Thieves did at any point
execute
last year.
now the first 2 rounds for Lev were all about B long early on.
EG weren't
This
good last
time,
year.
Bulk of their forces.
C9 were
Heavy
like the
noise
thing
with the
is.
Sky Flash into shower.
I mean, to be honest, like, you call it the C9 test if you want to. This version of C9 is worse than other versions of C9, but call it the C9 test. C9 were almost making it to internationals. America's wasn't very good.
This is a very competitive round.
You see G2 valuing that Season 8. If they hear an orb tap, they'll look to
You know,
do
Lev
that
was
and then
bad.
fight up against the Phoenix.
Quick on the cross.
Crew weren't very
Leviathan
good.
have already seized control over shower. Sato picks up the orb.
I like that they
In fact, I would say what other apart from C9
Make sure there's no one behind the corner. Make sure that util is
of the teams that didn't make it to Masters,
Still, for all the time they spent, besides getting that orb, they've made no
any team that wouldn't beat
Just
that previous
re-cleared
version
towers
of
with
last
that
year.
Prowler.
And for all the aggressive lurking, King has
EG,
done in the
you might
last 2
argue, would
rounds,
be
he's
close.
Kind of out of it this one. Hanging
Honestly,
up
I
back
think
over
this
towards
year's
B-Long,
EG would win.
Just making sure no one walks out of hookah and gets the flank on his teammates. So the rest of his team is forced to accelerate now. Down
Neil.
towards short. Spike.
How have you not
inside the
died?
Smoke. And really going all the way around, it would seem. Talk about being battered by utility, and that stinger and backside runs out
That
of bullets.
flash is
Spike
crazy.
Switches over to the classic.
they
Leviathan
where?
just running through
Yep.
G2. 3 in the round for Spike, and that is
I'll
it.
just ignore the Vice.
So much value off of the flashes that round.
Sen would lose. I said of teams that
Leviathan
didn't
brought
make it to
4 the
Masters.
party, and they were
Obviously,
all
Sen would
effective
lose.
in that brawl backside. They contact close, know that G2's composition likes to play back and spam stall utility at the planter, so instead, they take the fight to them.
And Spike ran all the way back through spawn on the hunt. Now they know exactly where Baby Bay is. That gun is not sticking around, and with a flawless round with that final kill going into Sato, that is now the ultimate online for round number
Loud
1.
was depressing
And
last
in a
year.
series where
Yeah,
the
I
first rounds are
literally think
giving
apart
to
from
Leviathan,
C9, like
converting a
if you
bonus
remove
early,
obviously like
such a
NRG.
difference.
I mean, you could argue that NRG have had an upgrade. You know, like despite winning champs. Transval.
This is a composition that wants to fight into you. And
What a
trying to
topical
just
name.
slow
Thanks for the
utility.
prime.
You need to have ways to be ready for that. Okay, owner.
I think he's happy. But yeah, apart from like if you just say like G2 are still pretty good, NRG is still pretty good. Obviously Sen. But like this version of MIBR would probably beat last. I mean, last versions of MIBR obviously had their moments, but I think this version overall will be better. I think it is just Sen and C9. Who else is in this region? EG, I think, would. Fioria obviously would. 100 Thieves would. Crew would. Lev would. Who else is in this region? Obviously, like, the Ascension teams are like, you know. I don't know. I mean, although Envy would probably be 2G. So that's an upgrade, I suppose. Loud, yeah.
So
How many teams is that?
instead, they
4,
have to figure
5,
out
6,
how they
7,
can
8,
hold
9,
and
10,
play
11.
passively well,
Who am I
not
missing?
getting punished by these pop flashes from Lev.
Who's the
Normally,
forgetful
the solution
team?
You call us, okay, don't let them fight into us. We
Loud
go
is not
forward
worse,
instead.
bro.
That's kind of tough to do with their comp.
Yeah, it seems a little bit of a mismatch when you're looking
Crew?
at
I've got
Leviathan,
Crew.
who has
Furia? Fur.
flashes, Phoenix flashes,
Who am I forgetting?
Neon stun, so much to run at you.
Yeah.
2G?
And G2's
2G is Envy.
Well, we can like season age you, which is really good if it hits, but you kind of need all those pieces to connect.
So I like the positions they're playing this round.
MIBR is who I'm forgetting. Who would also beat this previous self, I think.
Me personally, I liked when they lined up right on
So,
top of each other.
my
Just
theory
spray 'em down, no
goes that
problem.
obviously G2 and NRG are still... Well,
There you
I mean,
go.
I say this
King
as
back
G2 are getting
onto
kind
a
of
short lurk.
dog walked, but
7-0, by the way.
G2 and NRG are
He's
still
definitely
pretty
at his
good.
happiest when
And obviously they
his
didn't
team
make,
is
they
doing
both
the-
just made
the
one
P1
roster move.
default
And they're both still
from
pretty good.
start.
So call them a
Just
draw.
own A short.
Sen and C9 are the only two teams that got worse in
always
Americas.
love
And
playing that role.
everyone else got better.
Get that
Now,
right,
last
make
year
sure.
Americas was trash. But that's pretty rare for that many teams to, like, in my opinion, pretty clearly be better than the last year version of the team.
Will come into their death.
Now again, this was coming from a fucking low point.
For the retake.
America's
Yeah,
last year
after
was
that
really
urge, but
quite
that
bad.
just Goes to show how many tools
But
Lev have
honestly,
at their
call that the
disposal.
C9
So
test.
to the point that
Call it the
the
C9 test.
mission for G2 is to
Like,
play
C9
up and use
were
your
almost
stall
making
utility
internationals.
to contain them before they can get through chokes. If you
Now
try to
they're
play
one of the
back,
worst teams in the
you lose 'cause
region.
You don't have enough tools. If you try to play back,
What
they
happened?
fight into you with flashes. And, well, if you die, King's going to taunt you like that. So let's see. They're at their timeout. They had an eco to
Okay,
think.
so they put the thorns on the other side of the map. That's the adjustment. They're not coming to the Vice.
King sitting 7-0 right
We'll
now.
bring the Vice to you.
Constantly engaging with the fans. I'll help and lead his team to a
They just
great
destroyed
round
one of
already.
those
A hit
thorns
coming
though
in.
with the... Oh no, he
Back
didn't.
For Sato.
Did he miss it? Did he miss the lineup?
Thick of the smoke. Leap is there. Quick taken out.
That was a little
And a
strange.
teleport on the other side. Giacomo could try to make this messy. That's showstopper unlocked. Let's hear how this one goes
Go
down.
gets ult.
Ó, Johnny, vai, 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 vai. No céu. Tem uma aqui, guys. Mais um, mais um.
Killed him.
Não consigo ajudar, não consigo ajudar, Bruno. Céu,
encostar.
Morri, morri. Valeu. Valeu, valeu. Ah, sabia que o cara ia jogar coisa rápido, mano.
Saúde da rede, fudeu, velho.
Aonde que o cara tá?
Okay, Valen. I kind of wish we could have heard what was going through Valen's comms right there, because
Yeah.
he just mowed
I mean,
them down. I think he got a
he
kill
mowed
on
them down.
short into a kill on
I don't think
Showers
anyone
almost
looked at him.
instantaneously, trading for his teammates.
I think he got 3 free kills. Definitely
kills
2.
on
He got
Newall.
2 free kills for sure.
Really great round from him, stepping up there. And I think the difference maker, even though he ended up dying, was Jaw holding Showers, creating other problems.
One?
Kind of different angles. You see Spike is going and turning as that
Okay,
showstopper
no, he
goes
did have to
off.
win a
Both
gunfight
on
there.
Showers
But that one
there.
also,
And
a guy's
okay,
running
there's
away
the
from
short.
it.
Yep.
Yep.
And that one too is free.
So that extra
Well, I
bit
mean,
of
it's not
pressure
free. I mean, it's a
opens
good
the
ult,
door
but
for
yeah.
That's why we couldn't listen to what he was saying. That makes sense. Okay. Valen's locking it down towards A again, this time holding on to Showers. But Leviathan have changed their approach truly, sending their duelists to play for Showers again.
Yeah, a little more spread this time.
But like
Valen is
before.
here.
Yeah, peeking. Oh my god, Valen does it to him
Okay,
again.
this
Back-to-back
is-
rounds.
Hey guys,
That
you
to
do
me
have
is, like,
use
quite
on the first
worrying.
look at Valen, I'm sorry to say.
Wow. Because it was like that previous round where they're
Because to
showing
me, that's like...
before tapping the
Well,
orb,
you
it
don't
just
know
doesn't
how to
matter.
play the comp that you
That's
literally
Valen's aim.
always play then, do you? If you're going to run and swing this,
Misses just narrowly, so
Therefore, revealing that you are there either way, right? If there's no one there, you're still running here, and they'll probably hear you.
and he's killing them outside of smokes as
So
well.
that doesn't make sense. If you're going to run,
Maybe got a kill over on B. to finish
you've
that
got
one.
this neon agent here
They have flashes. They want to fight. If we're playing
that
back
can
their
hop
balance,
and bounce around.
we're gonna play weird
and be
forward
hard to
off
hit.
angles, force them to waste their
You
utilities,
don't
shutting
need
down
to,
plays like
you
this.
know,
And if they don't,
wide swing
they
this
just
guy. There's a better way of doing it. We have
Yeah,
wide
I'm running it through
swing,
my head, and I'm
but
not
way
sure how
better.
much of this is a strategic solution or just Valen killing everyone.
I think
that
it's
remains
kind
to
of,
be seen.
Yes.
We'll see. We'll see how
That to me
all
is like a
plays
big
out
fucking
here.
concern. I mean, that should be like, if you're gonna be good at this, if you're gonna be good at this meta and good with this comp and good with this agent,
On elbow.
like, bruh.
Keep these players out in the open. So Leaf is stuck here, and now comes the thunder raining
Oh,
down the
oh,
molly
the
to kill
fucking
Leaf.
molly
Full
got
setup
him. That's
coming
fucking
to fruition
crazy, to be fair.
from
I mean,
Neon.
let's give credit where it's
Trench into
fucking
back
due.
halls,
That's
Spike
insane.
is on the prowl. Spike ever forward
Round over.
on the advance. Just a perfect drawn up plan in the playbook from Leviathan to just clean up this round.
Yeah, even an advantage. So confident.
Spike is
to
a
go for that
Viper main.
play
He's not
solo.
used to Neon for sure.
Awarded forward jaw, getting
Buddy,
behind
have I got
him.
news
He
for
is
you.
So aware.
Yeah, I think you'll see it again in the replay. How good that molly is from Neon that he throws off the rip. Because,
Yeah.
you know, immediately you're like, oh, that's not doing anything right off the bat. But if anyone is playing down B long or an octagon,
They killed
and
it.
they're trying to run away from the advance of all your plays, they're trying to run away from your Brimstone ultimate, that's where you retreat to, and you don't necessarily hear it drop. So he just runs straight into his demise.
Yeah, and it has two facets too. If there's players that were going back and
Keep
trying
telling him how to
flood
play
that
Neon,
game set,
Mr.
I
Streamer?
get through.
Oh, you disagree
Just
with that,
can't
do you?
Against the Brim Molly.
You're gonna disagree with that analysis.
Wanna watch that
Go on,
again,
fucking big brain.
Really nice combo from
Tell me
them.
why I'm wrong then.
And Leviathan, you don't break that streak that they ended up losing out on.
Come on, tough guys, spell it.
Operator for
Spell
Doggo.
Neon. I've seen how you guys
Started
spell.
this one, but thinks that could be the solution.
Yeah, I think furthering the idea that they just want to take fight ahead of where Leviathan wants to use flashes for.
I've got your trail.
I think it's the first time a player has ever gone near Hookah for Leviathan, and his blows trying to sell a fake. While the rest of the team pops
Oh,
out.
right,
Day.
they've run into
Wall
the
to
vice
right to sight.
setup.
Spike is in
Oh.
the thick of it. Somehow sliding on through as King gets the opener, and now Spike
Hello?
in the corner.
Comes?
Valen has no clue what is going on. Leviathan just swarm over the site. Leave no room
Did we
to
not
breathe.
see him go in there? Did
And with
Baby
an
not
operator
see him
in
go in
Hands
there?
Jaw, it's tough to try and go for this retake, especially with the Viper's Pit.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do here? It's time to get out, G2.
No hope.
Play for some exits maybe, but Lev's econ is gorgeous at the moment. Winning those first, what was it, 4 rounds in a row, just set them up for this entire half, essentially.
You're British, so you are
Amount
wrong.
of
Haha, I
tools
won.
that Spike has to help
Honestly,
him
you
is
got
just,
me.
Made this game
You
a
got me.
funhouse. He can swing any angle he wants. He's going to have a Sky Flash. He can take any fight he wants. And he feels like he's going to be at advantage. Again, it's G2 falling victim to these deep
Ooh.
Bruce plant fights as Trent will collect a couple on his way to the grave.
Why did this China
Something's going down on
G2
stage.
meme?
Leviathan
Was
is
that
having
Sato, I think?
Why are
might be
G2 the
most
only
I've ever
team
seen
to
them
get
have
this
down there
treatment?
in a tight game, tight series, really playing up to a full house
Like
here.
send with the China
Someone's still
farmers.
yelling down there.
Oh, it's from CS.
Dying to Brimstone in heaven. This time just a spam to get it done.
But why did it happen to G2? Is it a
That's the
G2
second
CS thing?
timeout. About to get called by G2.
Oh, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Maybe not playing
Second
the-
time out. Not looking good. I don't know why Lynn always makes me laugh. Oh, can I review your VFL? I can't. Strats, yeah. Well, I'll do it in the halftime. Bear with me. I'll get it up now.
Always gone
This is a
for
plug?
away,
What the hell's
riding
this?
A round truck into back of you.
This is all,
always
fucking-
catching someone off guard.
I
G2
would
have
love
not
to
seen
see
that a few
someone just
times.
like buy a judge and sit
So,
these smokes.
Yep. It's in the smoke and
A roundabout way of getting advertising. Shameless.
Getting flashed, so that's why it's all falling apart. But now they've seen it one too many times, and that's exactly why.
Like going as an advertising expense.
Their approach. So it's the same molly from a new angle, except this time Leviathan advance in through hookah.
Pass through
for the first
hookah.
time ever.
Broke off the TP.
The last round, this time Leaf is waiting for it. This time all of G2 is there. Some paint shells for a little bit extra. Now
I think running through hookah is
outside of the teleport.
well, never really a great
Outside of the pit.
One. Especially if you don't have like a raise.
When he gets thrown around like that, he delivers.
Yeah.
But
from
also
0
against a
kills now
Vice
up to
that might
3
be on the
off,
site,
that's
I think
really
running
nice from
full
him.
through hooker is
And
probably
that's
the
really
worst
dream
idea I could
scenario
ever think
for
of.
G2, right? You have players in the right position, you know what choke they're coming from, and you get to spam your utility.
And that's
Volley,
also
nade.
It's a combination coming through the teleport. I don't think the C's actually caught, but that was the timing G2 went for. They're throwing a C's from Trent. Try and stop these players from all going through.
Okay, well, you've proved that you can hard hold against the hookah pop. Now let's see what they
Yeah, but I think that's pretty easy.
Exactly, because they proved they could hold against things they hadn't seen yet. Showers has
That
been
was just
the
a pretty
main
bad
point
call.
of attack in a lot of these slower openings from Leviathan, that duo.
I like having the Vise Flash here this time, being able to
Now let's
flash
see, how do they
and
find
play
this
into
time?
space.
Last time it was a contact from
Don't
Salto,
fucking white.
and Valen was here.
Okay.
This time, a jump peek and a double swing.
Okay,
And now
we're
that flash
learning.
comes in,
See
they
how we're
can't
learning?
deliver.
See how we're
Shut down the
learning?
volley and reset the
How you
round.
can jump with a neon and like
They spend one flash,
you know, that's like
critical
free
activity.
utility.
G2 walking down King.
Oh, King gets through. But Leaf knows this, and he knows that Leviathan think their back is clear. Nice shot out from Jogamo.
Oh, the Phoenix is dead.
Leviathan to heat on up. But with this wall
Oh, maybe the
blocking them,
Phoenix
now
lives.
flank
Oh,
can
the
come
Phoenix
forward.
lives because of their own
It's
util.
been shut down.
Oh, but they killed King.
His nerve over on B, but
Oh, but babe,
these shots
what
just
the
been
fuck is
traded
going
back.
on in
It's
this round?
Crazy. As Spike is tagged up through the wall, he's shut down by Valen. Leviathan have no real space to work with. It is uncomfortable to the
Nice by Joe.
maximum, and Jogamo
Well,
is going
he was
to
0-7.
create
He's now
back-to-back.
6-7.
Yeah, the solve was wake jaw up. Get this man active. Delivers yet again. And I like the aggression there from G2. Off of hearing this, they are
That's all
insta
he
pushing
saw.
down B. All he needs, really.
Yeah, and they're used to
And with
these
that
King lurks
information
by
that
now
we
as well.
started Earlier, Trent just has to wait for his free kill on King as his teammates just get to brawl on the other side. This game
Great
has been a
timeout,
lot of
Lev.
early halves that G2 dominated.
Okay, let's do this VFL team now during the timeout. Primi IGL with Alim. Pretty good. Double full sense. I mean, it might be finally good. I mean, full sense. There's so many VFL trolls out there, but full sense, they've done their job. Honestly, good for you, full sense. Salute for full sense. They didn't troll anyone. But it's time for them to go. Purpo, I mean, yesterday only was 6 points. That's a bit unfortunate. You got a KC player, which is always trolling. I told people about these Navi picks, and I mean, Cloud9. Cloud9. I was saying, if Cloud9 lose to Envy, do you have to just get rid of their players? Transfers were Hero and Furia. I mean, Furia was a good idea. Navi was not a good idea. Navi was not a good idea. I mean, Alpha's still good long term. Sadek will be probably good long term. I mean, looked very good in the first game. Having a KC and a C9 player, though, feels less than ideal. But the rest of the team, I think, is pretty good.
Starting to figure out this play.
Yeah, the rest of the team going forward is fine. Like, foot players should be pretty good now as well. We've got, what, KC next? I'd be getting rid of DOS9. And honestly, I might be getting rid of Zapper as well.
They're contacting
Because
for this
they
instead of hard going for it.
still have to play
Interesting
G2
that
and
over at Showers,
MLBL.
G2 fully stepped up, so they're aware that no one's behind that flash. Doesn't quite matter
Ah,
though on the B side
Hooker
of the
didn't
map.
work,
Leaf
Showers
the
didn't
only
work.
survivor for the
Go
time
be long.
being stunned up and sent packing, stuck in the middle
Should
of sight.
die
He's
here.
alive somehow for a moment, and yet.
They've actually done a
ultimately
pretty
fall
good
and
job
G2
here, Lev.
just
I don't
turned
know if
around.
this is even on
It's now
purpose,
tough to
because
see how
it
this
feels
will
like
be
that when they go fast, they are somehow
Basically,
avoiding
no
the
tools
Vice.
to get
I feel like that
through.
must be on accident,
That
because
flash
they have
coming on
changed whether
cooldown.
the Vice is on A or B, but that's not good by
That'll
Neil.
work.
He just gave them a chance.
3-on-2 now, but still breaking out of that choke is so hard.
Oh,
especially the angle
and
force
now
as
you
Valen
might
makes it
lose.
happen.
Oh, now you will lose.
Baby Bay
Oh,
does
now
as
you
well.
actually lose.
King has to
Oh
step
my
up now, but
heavens,
he
that's bad.
won't. How do they win that?
Absolutely illegal. A B post plant with basically nothing to get through, and LEV, I mean, you have to say that was a blunder. The player getting caught from CT,
yes.
So,
no trade from Hookah.
Brings it down into a 3-on-2.
I don't really know what on earth they're doing.
Watch it again.
I mean, this was a completely unlosable situation. Spike's position there is fucking horrific, by the way.
No one there and ready.
For how good they've been at team fighting this game. It falls
I
to pieces
fucking
there.
hate Spike's
I don't think
position.
Baby Bay knows how it happened
Hate
either.
it.
That's ridiculous.
This
And so
angle
again, we're
here,
down to the wire at halftime.
King is worried
Let's tie
about
things up for
elbow.
G2 now.
This guy is
Right
late
off the
getting
top
here,
start to this
so
match.
this guy is
And
like, when
literally
you're
always
alone on
phone
this
call,
angle,
ready to
good
insta-rotate
fucking
with
luck.
the showstopper.
Blows is seen right against the corner. Good shots, not connecting. And now that showstopper into the mix of
TBH will
things.
get
Leviathan
wiped
get
by
to
enemy.
quickly
Trent's
trade it
TP
back.
just
My words.
fucks them.
The wall is down and Jogmo's still alive on this site. G2 approach from every single angle. Leviathan paranoid, can't see a thing, can't hear a thing.
Blank should win.
And Leaf from behind. Neon has no idea.
Spike down A.
Sato now enclosed upon. Jumps out with the teleport. Spike in hand, but no one's gonna follow him. He's waiting, he's just hoping that someone will take the bait. But now he's almost waited too long. At some point, G2 are gonna realize.
I always think it's clever if you just wait and then go.
The round and react.
Because everyone will always turn this way after a
Play
while.
your 3-on-1.
I mean, they're just going to
Sato
sit
could
here,
take
though.
all the time in the world to find a pick.
A
That's the problem.
worse
There's
team
no
might
one actually near enough
rotate
for him
back.
to do anything.
And you see how cautious he is, clearing
The thing about going A is you potentially do give yourself a fight here. It's possible they have left one guy here.
That is all he's got. And 20 seconds left. He'll think they've moved to B now. But it's still too dangerous to plant backside.
But now there's so many questions in his head. At this point, they could have reflanked through B. They could be coming from spawn, and it's still a 3-on-1.
His only salvation, Trent only has one ability. That's it. Nothing else left to find him, but it won't even make a difference.
Well, what looked like a pretty dominant LEV half, they threw a couple rounds, and all of a sudden it's 6-6. I'm going to go brush my teeth as well. Do I ever look at the odds for these games? No. Gambling is dumb. Did all three maps have a 6-6 half? The last one did. The first one? Might have done. Hold on. I'm gonna go brush my teeth. Fucking red TLVW. Fuck you. Hold on.
And having the whole team available. And finally they get their chance in stage 1, have a fiery start with the 2-0 against Cloud9. Look like they can fell G2 here. But that chance isn't over yet. A second half, an opportunity for a much better start to the stage.
It'll start with a pistol round for them. That's how they got that round streak going at the beginning. Things operate a little bit more differently on the defense side of Bind for Leviathan. They've got plenty of options to fight for it if they want, and you're seeing 4 players down B-Long at the start.
I expect a lot of these B-Long fights.
Creeping down with the flash ready to go. There it is, and Sato on the collat. Yeah, get the gun leaf and the spike and hightail it out of there, but this round just got blown up.
And normally you're doing that fight to get the orb, but here, I like the decision. 4 players contact up, have that deep fight off the Phoenix Flash. And G2 had a high low, but I think as the flash popped, they stood up and ended up perfectly lined up while trying to run away.
Flash gets a ping, B-Long as well. Not sure how many that could be.
And look at the discipline from Lev. 1 player actually holding each side as 3 already as a quick reaction force.
But like the holds of the Viper in the sky, they're so passive, right? To not give any chance.
I mean, the Viper's literally sitting in heaven watching for someone to walk through CT.
Yeah, this is discipline. Just let G2
What I
chew
miss?
through more
I
time
missed
on the
a
clock.
couple of LEV kills in B-Long. I'm gonna say what happened. They pushed down B-Long and they killed them.
But you also have to take some element of risk. Charging on in, goes
What took
Spike,
so long?
he's down.
Really joking.
Think it takes me that long to
Trent has
joke?
gotten 3 kills out of absolutely nowhere. Sheriff in hand.
Ooh, double
He
pistol
is dealt
LEV.
with, but anytime he takes that Sheriff, you hold your breath
What
for
kind of
just a
chat
moment.
do you have?
Yeah, you talk about the
A
risk.
bad one that I want to
Seems like the risk
replace.
was Trent to that round still. Lev do enough to trade it out and convert on their advantage. Here's that collat again. I love the way that Sato is varying his Phoenix flashes. You see him swinging to the right there, so it's very weird to turn, and it means even
And
players in
Miller
that
time?
passive
Might be.
angle are
Might
caught
be.
by it.
Exactly, because if he goes for the left flash, those players back on that box. very
Does
likely
anyone
not
have a
flash.
Herman
That
Miller
only gets
chair?
people close to that corner. But
Is
the
it
wide
worth
one,
it?
As long as his teammates
And
aren't
if
hit
so,
by
which
it,
one should I
they're gonna
get?
be okay.
So that's a good recovery. You lose 4 in a row in the first half. Get a pistol in the second.
It's her rate. I don't know what that means.
Again, Leaf chooses to pick up a Sheriff here on the
How
He's
fucking
on
old
full
must you be
armor
to be
classic.
spelling great GR8?
What is he cooking?
I mean, how old?
Something,
That's like
that's for
fucking
sure.
2004 lingo.
Just trust the double satchel right click to get a pick.
You just got to trust the process, I think, Mimi. They win enough of these Thrifties. Good seize on King, but nothing's happening behind it. Just yet, looking for some spam. I like the idea, but
Minus 1,000 credits. It's
yeah,
alright.
you know, sometimes you just have
Well,
2
the judges-
shotguns. They lay waste to you. At least Sheriff did get 2 kills at the end of the day, so that's almost worth it. Half pays for itself.
Best chair I've ever had, and I've had many.
And he is dealt with.
Why have you had many chairs?
It's a good cleanup in the end from Lev. A lot of tools to just hold these lanes.
Have the
down.
air on, and it's extremely worth the
I actually
price.
think I, in some ways, like this comp better on defense in that you just have so many tools to push and pull in the mid round to get aggressive, and it makes your ability to flood through smokes and constantly fight really strong.
I think about like the old Sky on Bind without the rechargeable flash,
Yeah.
whatever.
Bro,
Or if
actually
you wanted
brushed
to
his
run,
teeth
like,
for
a play
2
on the
minutes.
pistol
Yeah,
where
my
you, like,
fucking
flash
toothbrush
once and
has a
then
little
flash again to
timer
burst them,
thing in it.
You're out of utility completely.
Yeah,
Now,
like
if
buzzes
one
when
Sky
it's 2
flash
minutes is up.
default, you can
Yeah, I
always
brushed my
have a
teeth for
Phoenix
fucking
behind
2
it.
minutes.
Could be recharging more. It's a lot better.
I have so many tools.
You can buy them used, and they're
since that
still
update.
great.
It's a very passive start from G2.
Boy, Rich? Ah, but you have to remember, this would be a business expense. So, even if I did buy a Herman Miller chair,
Expecting something aggressive
some
on
of
this
it
bonus round.
would be this kind.
It's not actually coming into play. Neon showing a little bit more activity in showers, but
Do I
with how
floss?
passive that jiggle is.
I
don't think
do
he's gonna
wh-
be fooling
when I'm
G2
not streaming.
Too much for the time being.
It's good damage.
Okay. Neon might have sat down in Trent's chair. Gets those shots through the smoke.
So 40 seconds gone, and G2 haven't actually taken any space.
But I like
See
the
you
decision
floss
to
then?
leave Jogmo, who is on a Guardian A, and B, taken down on low HP. He's going to be the
How do you do it?
guy that's sticking around on the A side of the map. Maybe just rotates back to the squad.
Only the Viper shows
Like
on
that?
that dog. You don't know how many are behind it. And even if a flash gets sent out, that's still not good info. You still think that's just a lurk.
Good news for G2 is the 2 anchors on this side. They're the guys with only the sheriffs, right?
Now,
Although
speed
bad
that up.
news is that
Speed
Spike
that up.
is already
If you play
here.
that on
kid is fast.
4x, it'll look good.
Now tucked into the corner. First kill goes Trent's way.
15 seconds.
It's low onto the clock. Spike could be the dagger,
Oh, no.
could be the problem. There's the first. 10 seconds remaining as Blows dies to
Oh,
the
wow,
molly. It's
Lin.
got to be all on Spike now.
Spam?
Kill the planter.
Oh,
Do
spam.
something, it won't be there. The Spike goes down. Sato gets a kill through the smoke. It's a little bit claustrophobic now. It's Leviathan full of confidence. Just phase check out of there.
Sometimes thanks for the 25
Quick
months.
heal.
Gotta get on it now.
Do you think
blocks
that
off the
teams don't
spike.
stick with talent for long enough?
to pull
In
someone
other
into
sports, you
Neon's
can
view.
get 3 or 4 year
Good
contracts,
turn, that's a
and
kill,
then value can
but no
get
more
dropped
behind it.
after a stage.
Leaf is steady there to bring this back to 1.
That round could have very nearly
I
gone
think it's a
bad
little
for
different
G2.
given
They burned so much time before going for that hit, and within
like,
that, didn't
just the
actually fade out
nature
any
of
intel. You see, it's 15
esports.
seconds by the time they're committing. I think the crux of this round is just how
Like
good
the thing
coverage
is,
was
like
from
how
players
are
like
most
Baby Beck.
roster decisions made,
Even
right?
so,
Like
if that
think
Guardian
about
just went for a spam,
again. I'll use football as my example because it's what I'm
Yeah.
familiar with.
that sums it up.
But think of how
The
much
Guardians failed to come
time,
through. They
preparation, and
just
energy
lose
goes
on
into
time.
scouting in
You know,
football.
G2 end up playing a lot
It's
of
a
those
it's a lot.
scarier rounds.
It's a
They get
lot,
pretty
right? There's a
low
ton of
on the clock.
statistics.
They make
There's a ton of research
kind of
put
late
into it to
minute
make
pivots
sure
as
that they
well,
get the
based on
right
just
players. And
slightest
even then,
amount
a
of
lot of the
information.
time,
More
you know,
positioning of a lurker
they
on
don't
the
get
map.
the right players. They get
It's gotta
shit
be
players.
interesting to hear how they come up with these
Right.
late round decisions, and especially in a round like
In
this where they
esports, how do
have
rosters get
bruised
decided?
economy too.
Oh, guy
Now
played well in a
Teleport's coming in
scrim,
the side.
so we
Vinny
picked him up.
here.
Oh, I'm friends with the guy.
First play
If
to
you're on
come, G2,
C9,
let's listen
so we
what they
picked him
got.
up.
Yep. I'm lurking up short, key pressure.
Cut noise.
Okay, he's gonna fight you now, I think.
Okay, I'm just putting smokes.
I think he's pocket.
I'm gonna touch out, ready?
Use
Fine,
finger
front
if you want.
sight.
Yeah, we're trying to.
I can't help you. Tether default.
I'm just ulting, bro. Okay, we win.
Not in the smoke. He could be back right though.
You all in.
Yep, you all.
Oh, well done.
They have
Close short on me.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice.
You all, bro. I want to take you all now.
Good comms by Joe.
Key Thorn.
Re-smoke front sight if you can, Drake.
We're playing heavy U-haul.
I have a flash.
They have orb for bomb, okay?
I'm gonna rewrap.
Listen,
Yeah, it's
boys,
good.
we have flash for front sight. We're gonna need to fight front sight. Or they're
can't
mollying
molly
over.
front you.
They mollied pocket. Can we fight front sight soon? They're through.
You.
260, bro. 2 you all.
Last player standing.
Free fire me. Gotta fight this guy. All good, all good. Yeah, he had an angle. Unlucky.
Nice try.
Poor
That was a
Trent calling for that
fantastic
front
retake
sight
from
fight.
Leviathan and Sato with
Might
the
happen
3K.
in U-Haul.
And there was something kind of on full display there. I think you could hear in the comms how G2 knew they needed
Anonymous
to go
gifter, thanks for the gift
backside
to
fight. They
your
had the
tits
right
are
play.
very
But
small.
oftentimes, especially in these late round
That's a me?
situations, what you want to do is always be the
Oh, they
first
lose that?
one
They just lost the
acting,
fight in
force
the U-Haul.
enemy team to react to you. So Leviathan getting proactive, getting in front
comms
of that
also
fight,
always
fighting
lose,
into
true.
lamps before G2 had the chance is exactly what leads to them winning the round.
Yeah, it was really great. I mean, you heard that they were expecting that fight to come through front sight, but that decision from Sato to send it into U-Haul instead ended up being so effective. Another game where I feel like, well, he's not at the top of the kill count. He's been so impactful in a lot of these key rounds. With the fights he's taking, and also just with the flashes he's been able to find.
So Satchel across.
Odin.
Interesting idea from Jogamo.
That was close for Neon. Got tagged by the Haunt, nearly spammed down.
Picks up the auto. The
This
double
one,
walking
Satchel
out shot.
spent, though, and keep an eye on the walk down. Here comes Sato. Curveball out, and
Nice by
Jogamo
Joe.
flashes and gets away.
I'm gonna guess that's an anonymous gift to my tits are really big. If my tits are really big, it's here. No, they're not. That would have been crazy.
Still, G2 have to kind of deal with these other extremities. They put a little pressure on Blows. They want to look to end this one, likely back towards B.
Couple players just one away from an ultimate and an orb for the taking. Okay, Baby Bay, get that lineup ready. Just like Josh showed you. Oh, which wire was it? Is it that one? I don't know.
I think he remembers.
There's like 4 wires up there. It could be tough. Okay. Oh, and ready for that one too. He was priming the first one before he sent the second. Very nicely done. Thorns go into the site. Oh, the
Okay,
utility on
that's-
full display. That is
okay.
gorgeous.
How's your
The
line?
skies opened up. Divides up the site. G2 secure their kills as teleports come in on the other side. Spike not wasting a moment. Not wasting a breath. Spike is down.
Wow, they got both.
For 3 is good for it.
Okay, I mean,
And
this
Blows
has been a pretty
nowhere
good
left
game,
to
to be
go but
fair.
home.
I mean, map 1, second half wasn't that great, but after that,
What a turnaround from G2. They were completely bisected
been interesting.
by that Brim ult. Had to push Jaw into their own thorns to get away. But the swings on the other side were excellent. And this time, in the chaos of the team fight, it's G2 finding the right angles. Getting away with 4 alive.
Yeah, Leaf's adjustment there. Hearing the teleports come in, even in the thick of all that. To then turn around, knock out both those players. That's what turns the round.
So a bit faster there in the approach from G2. And nets them
How
another
long did
round.
it take me to make a career out of watching Valorant?
And you can see that again. Look at how much his rim ult is doing.
Wow.
But Valen is very aggressive and immediately has this double swing back.
4 months, maybe ish. Depends what you mean by career.
Catching King backside too.
Like to make enough that like I could have just made it past the bread line, probably like 4 months. To make an actual healthy career out of it, probably like a year. When did I quit my job? Well, I was only working part-time. Because it was just after COVID. So it was rough. What did I do before Valorant? I was an assistant teacher. For a brief moment. But it was like COVID, you know, kind of slowly ended. And I became an assistant teacher for a bit. But at the same time was doing the when did I start the Valorant stuff before that? I had my Legends of Runeterra channel. I was doing that that started during COVID. And then the Valorant stuff started. When did I start? I would have started in what? Late 2021?
Maybe coming up with an idea on it.
And I probably quit the assistant teaching.
Phantom in Sato's hands, and he has a run it back. So some choices to be
in
made.
like
Do we actually
May?
use any of these ults?
Towards the end of the school year, so yeah, it probably would have been like May. Maybe June.
LEV could still do an aggressive play,
2022.
but on a bit of a delay.
Because the first Masters I fully streamed
really signals to G2
was
that
Copenhagen.
he's the weak side of the map, it's just scouting.
By then I wasn't doing anything else.
Players are back here all the way towards spawn, just waiting for that aggressive play, which they know will come at some point.
But that dog is good. Reveals someone's in the corner. Still seems like G2 might want to test it. No, instead inching away. Mobility of these duelists, getting ready for another active idea.
I like the pocket in that Viper wall. Lets players jump up into hookah untested.
Good calling from Valen. Working around the...
Quit because you were making good money off the Val, or did you just hate the children? I didn't hate the children.
You know the risk of that
At that point I was
that's
making
how this goes down.
probably
Make sure
roughly what I was,
is quite good. They're the Bucky
you know, from the teaching anyway.
Probably.
It's 3 seconds left.
Well, I was only doing the teaching part-time, so I was making
There's a
more from
whole
it
lot
at
of
that
smokes.
point. Because I was only doing
Whole
part-time.
lot to confuse you.
Not that being an assistant, not that being a start, you know, year 1 assistant teacher particularly pays well here in the UK.
Baby deals with that flank. How has this gone like this? Leviathan not having much of a chance at all.
And I think and you know what's weird? I think in the 4 years since then they've raised minimum wage quite a lot since then as well.
It seemed like Leviathan never even had a chance to play the round they wanted.
Fans out, thanks for the 40 months. In fact, I remember going for an interview. I remember going for an interview to be like a full-time assistant teacher at my previous like high school. And I thought like, oh well, I'll get this because I know the school, and I knew the they were teachers when I was there, but now they were like the assistant head. And I like knew them and got on with them very well. She was my biology teacher. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a shoo-in for this. I didn't get it. And I remember being like very sad at the time.
9-9 now.
And I think literally within probably 2 weeks of that happening.
Different
Nice.
version of the pistol, and Leaf is going to be punished for it.
the video, which is what I say kind of started this whole thing. The 100 Thieves 13-0. 100 Thieves got... In fact, this is why I like G2. Because they fucking started the TMV career, the god, by beating 100 Thieves 13-0.
Push G2 fully away from showers.
And the Seekers give perfect information.
That was like the first video that got like 10,000 views, and I remember being like, oh my god, I got 10,000 views? Holy fuck.
They have the numbers
So
to win
that's
this
why
round,
I'll always be on G2.
but they use that information to hold on to their stack on the A side.
For the god.
That does mean Blows is in a little bit of an awkward position. Needs to play for information.
That was
and
the
not
Baby
commit
J,
to anything too
Eccles,
risky.
100 Thieves, playing no duelist chamber on
You see him
attack
back
side
away,
ascent,
playing that more passive
trying to
angle.
play chamber as a
Team set up
duelist.
to retake.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
They learned that day that chamber is not a
If G2
duelist.
have a chance at this round, they need to get an early pick.
left.
They could also just get the spike transferred to Trent. That's a Nightfall. Then you have a Vizolt as well. And it's a B post plant. If no one's flanking, those two ultimates are ridiculous
Okay,
at stalling out the
5v3. You
chokes.
just gotta
Down
not
numbers
die
or
here
not.
if you blows. Let him plant. I wouldn't even
Still
spam.
threat
Don't even let him
behind
know you're
G2
there.
now. 40 seconds to do something. The teleport is
Okay,
in.
they've
Now
see
they
they're
have the
learning
fight.
about this neon run-in
Trent has
shit.
no
It's
chance.
quite strong, isn't it?
Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Baby Bay and Valen. Brothers in arms here. Stuck with nowhere to play from.
Like-
Sato. Defiant.
Very nice
Leviathan
round about
up to double digits.
Discipline in the retake works out for Lev.
If I could choose a
Another
grade to
big
teach,
round
what would it
from
be?
Sato.
Oh,
They've shown
I
balance. It's
would
been kind of
prefer
this
older
push pull
kids.
of when the
I mean,
aggressive B
can I
long
take
play will happen.
18-year-olds?
How many rounds have G2 just been sitting outside
I'd take
waiting?
18-year-olds if I
This
could.
time, there's a catch. The slide, the flash, Leaf had no chance. And then making the decision to say, hey, they lost long, they'll react showers, we TP with the ult, that is great.
Hold on,
from
hold on,
Lev.
hold on.
Take your advantage,
how-
further it with that additional
Crazy
kill,
sentence?
and lock in the round.
Bro, imagine I said any other fucking age.
That Phoenix ult has
What
been
do you
so
mean?
effective this map.
He's too off
What the
again,
fuck
by
are you
the way.
talking about?
Yeah,
Imagine I
it's
said
crazy.
I
It's
said
always been
18.
good for a kill. Either
I mean,
he's getting the
I
kill
said
or the second
18.
He goes down, a teammate is
Like
trading
imagine
him
I said
out.
another age. It would have been a
Always
lot
better man
worse.
up.
And now the aggression changes.
Oh, so,
Contact
sorry
goes down
guys.
short now,
Sorry, I
goes
didn't
loud.
realize that all of you. I didn't realize that you thought that was a hot take.
G2 is close enough to actually hear anything. They have no clue that all this space could have been seized from them.
They degrade, but grades are different in different
That's
countries.
insane. So already you have Neon rotating back over to B. But the ultimates are coming down. It might not matter the quick rotates if G2 can
Fine,
get on
you're
this side. But Spike
13.
is already over on Fountain. Sato clears the wall, and that has Leaf.
Oh,
looking the
Lee.
right way, but he dies anyways. A steel guard in 2. That's gonna ping out 2 players. Jammed up as the rest of Leviathan try to come in and help. Jogmo doesn't see a thing as the smoke clears.
The
He
thorns
falls,
kill
and
him?
So do Leviathan. Stuck on opposite ends.
Oh, a
looking
Vizolt
all
literally
sorts of
won the
different
round
ways.
because they
G2
ran away.
Mopping the floor with them.
That is a round that Lev could not lose. If they had won that, that is G2 using 3 ults. That was them and an information advantage from the start. And even getting that kill that...
Thing year
no
13
business
exposed to
getting
the
onto Valkyrie.
Yangtze? Yeah. That's what we call. That's what we call our grades. They're called years.
Those players that pushed elbow had no way to get out except push into the utility. And G2 feeling that pressure from their flank, full committed.
Oh, so you don't like that answer either?
Won that fight.
I really think if G2 can get the spike down on B site, there's not many chances for Leviathan on the retake. Oh, the stall utility on the chokes is devastating. And yet, just 2 rounds after he used it, Sato's got the run it back again. So if there's something to make a difference, it could be that.
After seeing 2 aggressive rounds from Leviathan in a row, G2 start this one very slow. Cautious towards short.
Well,
Sato's
they
in a
do
position
nothing.
now where
The classic
very good to
G2,
assist
sit and
the
do
short
nothing.
fight with that ult from Lamps or even pop through the
Why does he say yeah?
G2
Fucking
ends up
someone
getting
give
back
some
into
bits
B.
and get the guy to say
G2
that word.
absolutely nothing.
Just type out that word. I know that spelling isn't your strong point, but just type the word. Someone don't go on, do
But
it.
still, Lev is
Someone
gonna
give a
move
little
around
50
enough.
bits
The
and
Neon
just
goes
type
back
the word
towards
as it is and see how Gareth says it.
Yep. The patience pays off. And Sato might not be able to get a clean ult off if they're just diving on him. No chance
Oh.
to actually use it, but the kill is there. Buys himself some protection with the flame on the floor.
Holy
and now he runs
buddy.
it back. Neon, too. They're approaching from every single front. There goes Valen, trying to catch out Sato. But he's in the clear.
Oh,
and he's
second
back
time's the
into
charm.
war.
That's the spike, and that's the round.
The rest of G2 too far behind. As Neon is there, outside a shower. Every angle covered by Leviathan. He dropped for a moment, and now Trent is trying to make an honest go of things. These kills are out of nowhere. There's too much to deal with.
Sure.
What a confident round out of Sato.
See?
Remember,
Jaw. Did I say
their third
jaw?
player
No.
rotated away. This is a weak site, but he gets
Do
a
I like
nasty
streaming or
overrun on
YouTube
Jaw.
more?
He's just trying to jump peek and further punishes after his ultimate.
If I was to rank it, I would say... I mean, the people aren't going to like hearing this, but this is true. Number one
Crossfire, that duo, enough for
is
Lev to take the
recording.
lead.
I like
11-10.
recording
now
slash
taste
making the
that
ideas
2-0.
for the video.
They just need 2 more
And like
rounds of
VOD
quick play.
reviewing the game.
Finds nothing, but it keeps G2 on their
2
toes. After playing the slow round where they saw
is live
absolutely
streaming.
nothing, Lev turn up the gas
And a
pedal.
deep third, if not fifth, is editing.
Jaw with an attack side operator.
Plus thumbnail.
Full
I don't hate the
moving
thumbnails,
aggression.
but they're just
Which
annoying.
is great if Leviathan are running at you, but on these trap plays, maybe not so effective.
And with the amount of flashes they have, even then.
What
it
about
can be dangerous.
podcasting?
But if he inches forward, he just can't let them strike him first. It's a
Depends.
timing game. First flash, the
Depends.
second,
Depends
just
on like
out of there. In
what
nick
the
of time for
podcast is
G2.
about.
Sato
Depends.
reconsiders as he moves back up into hookah.
Depends how long it's
Pressing
gonna
on
be.
the other
God, the
side,
fuck
but they're
is Sideshow
forward posted in
hosting?
showers. They feel no reason to rotate off this 3 stronghold.
John knows someone's jumped.
Podcasting generally is
Shells
good.
to try and force away, but this is a bad
Like
round
I
for
look
G2
forward
to be
to it, I would
losing
say.
out on time to 30 seconds
Like
left.
that depends. Podcasting can
So
be
much
1, it
riding
can
on this
be
for them.
3. It's never worse than
2
editing.
players on the other side, Neon and King, as a teleport comes into showers. Here we go, Neon under
But like some
immense
videos
pressure
that I make, I
from
like
both sides.
genuinely
He's
very
taken
much enjoy.
down.
Every so often
King,
I will enjoy the
the only one
editing.
left remaining on this site.
Pretty
Do you
rare
ever
though.
miss when you didn't
Bye
stream and
doesn't
had more
quite
time
catch
to
him.
dedicate to doing the
Take his
analysis?
time. Spike
Jesus, do you want me to just switch the
Spike has
streamer?
lamps. But all of G2 have trickled back towards short.
They have no flashes, and this AWP now becomes potent.
Could be absolutely devastating. There's no smokes either for Leviathan to retake with. That's the first kill. King is down.
Well,
The
I
kill to
mean,
the
we
box.
went from a nice
G2
LEV round to a
are
nice
running
G2
them
round.
Down. Sato onto the spike. Looking for the half stick. Has to pull away, and Jogamo won't even let him breathe.
Okay,
11-11
flawless.
After a
Good
flawless
job,
round
Brimble
from
here, but-
G2.
Another round where it looked so rough for G2. Running out of time, defusing that trap play.
I make money from
But
20k
that kill
views.
is
What you think?
everything.
You think there's a
Neon had
threshold?
the make or break position.
No threshold. I'd make a.
Utility
I mean,
that they pulled out on that other side.
I'd make money off
Working the space towards long.
100
Meant
views.
there was no
Not much.
tools
Barely any.
to
You know,
disrupt Jaw's
pennies. But I would.
And for Leviathan to be on the brink of taking this to now having a broken
Also,
buy.
the VFL
4
channel got
rounds
to
been traded
10,000
back
subs.
and
That's
forth.
kind of cool. Also,
They need something.
Kurt
You put some
sent
kind
these
of
as well.
rabbit out of a hat.
2 players on just pistols this round.
I now have 2.
Time is their greatest ally, though.
I've got my
Know that
one.
G2 are
and I've got the
diligent.
planchette one.
They expect Leviathan to run aggro looks. And Leviathan with a Brimstone ultimate in the back pocket, with plenty of mollies and tools to fight. If we get down to the wire again, that could be unsettling for G2.
Neon is
What do you have, a
already had
planchette
to
one?
use his smokes.
Kurt just, I think, sent it to
Yeah, he's
everyone
playing
who was
pretty
like a
aggressive
regular
game as
on
well.
the show. Just like,
Always fighting up
you
in
want,
the showers.
you want one?
His shot has been effective so far.
No,
this
no.
game.
There's more than one button.
There's that AWP again.
He slips away.
Not one
Just
button.
like-
You do have to buy them,
Wants
but
to
you can
reclear
buy
this.
multiple.
The flash may go too wide. There may be an angle for Jaw.
Oh,
Spike is just too fast. He's
What?
In there. Spike!
That
it's
worked.
electric! Madness! As it all rains down. Had the chance to. Neon doesn't pull the trigger. We're on 30 seconds left. Here
has
it
to come
comes.
forward.
Spike leading the charge once more. And he wants more. He is not done
With
yet.
a
He
classic?
switches over to the classic. Could that be what sells the round? 2 alive for G2. As Spike goes down. Baby Bay boxed
Oh.
into the corner. Valen left on his own
While
to
in.
fight through hell. He is there, but not long enough. Leviathan right back to series points.
That is an incredible round from Spike. It looked perfect for G2. The op on the right angle against a light buy. The flash not connecting. But he was ahead of it all. Look at this slide.
Good
on the back
Lord.
pedal, 2 players caught with util in hand.
I think he catches a headshot on the Raze on the way out too with that last bullet.
Oh yeah. And the ult to flush Leaf at the end.
Unreal. Spike now leading the charts with 23 kills. And on the final round of regulation, he says, gimme that up.
Okay, here we go. Sato has Phoenix ult.
They
are one off a lot of ults here, G2.
With the up. With Sato
I'm surprised they haven't gone showers. Trying to end it, but now they have Raze ult and Fade ult.
A showstopper out from Jogamo. Not wasting a breath.
And they're gonna win.
Down goes blows. G2 with plenty of numbers, with plenty of control. And a nightfall to boot. Push Leviathan back.
Spike planted.
A Viper's pit in their face.
Yep.
Only 2 players to avoid overtime.
I mean, I don't get why they
It'll come
bought
down
that
to
so
King and Neon.
aggressively. And that does feel like a bad call when they're one off so many big ults.
One enemy remaining.
It's just King now. His
Well,
supporters
OT we go. Lev did win
Leviathan
both
been
pistols
riding
here.
this wave of emotions back and forth rounds. I think the last 6 rounds in a row have been traded between these 2 organizations. In such a pivotal moment. Map 3, King going for the ninja, not to be found.
They just let him
awaits.
defuse.
Couldn't think of a different way. This is a G2 that
What if
has
all the
never
Lev players
lost
started just
back-to-back.
randomly
A G2
shouting at the same
is
time to
dominant
cover up the
in
noise of the
Americas.
spike? Think that
They've
would
been
be allowed?
pushed. They were on the brink.
Deviant Fade, thanks for the 3
Will
months.
not go down without
But what a time to ask.
TMV. Can you review my VFL?
The
42,966.
coaches as well now to get involved for just a moment. For OT, they both charge up one more timeout to play off of.
Hold on. You're getting a quick review because I'm gonna go to bed after
Feels
this
like
game.
the
Man.
tension's risen just a little
Primi
bit as well.
Jing, I can't.
Leviathan
You're
had
fucking
so
cooking
much
on
fun
127
early,
points. This is
but
actually
now
your team.
It's in their grips.
Oh, I've got
Everything
one of the
changes.
best teams of the week.
Every
Oh,
shot,
TMV,
every
tell me I'm
decision
good.
means just that much
Tell me
more.
I'm good. Tell me I'm good.
When Lev was playing attack, it was a game about who
But financially,
had the
YouTube was
impetus
streaming.
to attack. Who
About
was
the
the one
same, I
making
think,
the
for me.
play? When it was Lev, they were winning, and they want that chance. They brawl up quick towards B.
Who will strike first? That is the question.
It used to be YouTube. But then when I started streaming on YouTube and Twitch, it's kind of about the same. I guess cost per hour. Per hour, it's probably the videos. That's only because I can do. That's only because I've gotten used to how to edit and
Certainly biding their time. Here comes blows.
got used to like how
Will
like
they expect a second player
I can
in
go
the-
through a VOD. I can go through a
Move to
Valorant
play
VOD
spoiler.
like that these days.
As Valen creeps in, Sato deals
I know
with
what
him.
I'm looking for.
It's falling apart for G2. This B site, such a
And obviously I've already seen the game. It's very easy. Holy fuck, what a shot. Holy fuck, they might lose another one.
G2 moving swiftly.
expect
Neon
that.
is there,
Ah,
though,
never
and
mind.
Neon is better. Now rains down hell on Hookah. Leaf pushed back. Has to wake up in a big way. It won't
Well,
happen. King is
B
there
hit from
for
Lev.
another series point.
We didn't see a ton of the B hits.
It's a simple round, but the execution
But yeah,
is excellent.
that one worked a treat. Baby
A
Babe.
fast hit
Yeah,
into
they
the
kind of
site. And this kill, I think that's one that'll haunt Baby Bay.
makes all his money selling VFL users
Resilience
data now.
Leviathan is showing. This is a young team.
Yeah, I mean, Fabio might
It's a team
honestly
with
like if Fabio
basically
is selling
that
your
next
data, he
generation
might
of
be.
talent. All of the
And
players
I genuinely would not
from
know.
South America that
In fact, thinking about that, that's how a CEO must feel. You know, when like there's a bunch of crime happening like on their watch, but they just don't know. That could be happening to me right now. Need to take a timeout. Both teams can't take a timeout, yes. Sounds like you know, but are trying to deflect by feigning incompetence. Am I not watching Loud versus MIBR? No. I kind of want to be up for the Pacific games. Fortunately, this game has already kind of ran over a bit.
Reset the heads.
But I will get up when I can for the Pacific
They're
games.
The ones on the attack side. They're the ones in control for now. The spam out from Neon, that's a little different.
Well, you can only go so far.
Got some fire down onto Trent. But it's those warning shots to set the tone
Okay,
of a decisive round.
Guy down here on B. They are coming to
This
the
time,
weak
no
side.
trap play on long. Just a jiggle from blows.
Feel like this has been a fairly easy site-ish for them to take.
And for G2 to be up here so quickly, trying to satchel in and kill
Good
this guy.
snakebite.
G2 think
This
better
guy
of
needs
it.
to move out. Does.
Instead, well, we self-cancel the
They get the rotate from the Neon.
all good.
That's a little win there for LEV. Smokes down as well.
Getting the kills on G2
Only one
side.
smoke now for a while in.
Showstopper comes online late round, it's lights out.
Lev is antsy. Sato going back and forth.
And they
trying
hear
to
another Prowler.
figure out
Even
the
Sato's
right
on the
side to be
way.
on.
Leviathan
I'm
has
on
the
my
lead.
way.
4 players
You
here
aren't
fighting
aggroing
forward,
this.
though. The stun up, Spike wants it. Trying to seize the reins in this round. The drop down, Leviathan.
Okay, they just killed everyone in
That's
hooker.
3 out of
Okay, it's
nowhere.
over. It's over.
Teleports away, G2 sent scrambling.
Tell me about that fucking TMV. How could
30
you rank
seconds left
G2
in
as
the round.
the
Leviathan
6th
still have
best team
players
in
here.
America? So they're
Neon
fucking
could seal
0-2.
the deal right now.
Maybe shut the fuck up. Yeah, maybe they could have won this map. Yeah, sure.
Waiting for the
Oh,
flank.
Lev are terrible
Joggamo
at these
will
situations,
not
aren't
be
they?
beaten to showstopper.
He reads it.
He's waiting. Comes up a little
That's
bit
so
short.
unlucky. That's so
That's the way
unlucky.
it happens.
Lev are
That's the
really
way
bad
they
at these
go out.
advantage
Leaf now
situations. Like, really
in the
bad.
clutch.
But other than that,
Leviathan know exactly where he is. They've dialed in, and Leviathan have done it. 2-0 to start off stage 1, and they deliver G2 their very
unlucky. Lev win. G2 equals 6th. Now, don't get me wrong. G2 should still make the playoffs. G2 Esports inactive. They played Loud MVC9. I mean, that's a favorable schedule right here. Why so big? Because I was zooming in on Spike's thing. So they still should end 3-2. Probably finish 3rd. Honestly, if you want them in VFL, that seems like a good time to buy. Buy the dip on G2. This is a good time to buy in VFL. Now, Lev, they got MVMIBL allowed. Honestly, not a bad time to buy Lev either. They're way too expensive. Yeah, but they should be easy now. Right, I'm going to wake up at some point for Pacific. Maybe some of you will be awake. Some of you degenerates, maybe. Or you're maybe just from Asia. In which case, hello. But also goodbye.